What's going on, folks? What's going on, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to the pre-NFL draft mock draft right here on the Aboriginal Sports Network with your boys, NYG22, Big Pat Sports Talk, and Ghost Dog. So we're gonna pretty much do a first round mock draft for you guys, and we're gonna go through each team and tell you the scenarios of each team and everything. So we're gonna be right back after the intro, and we're gonna start this first round mock draft. Let's get into it. Welcome to NFL Mock Draft Central. Get into the mock draft of first round with every team, man. So we're gonna try to do this as realistic as possible. The order, I guess I'll go first. NYG, you go second, and Ghost Dog, you can go third on the teams.
Gonna get the Giants pick. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Buddy.
Put it on Ghost. Yeah, we did our mock drafts. Go ahead, Ghost. Your turn.
So we gonna go ahead and get started here. It's a lot of draft prospects, man, that could change the draft, but we all know Cam Ward is going to Tennessee at 1. So my job was easy.
Real easy.
So we on NYG.
Here we go.
Cam Ward was number 1 to Tennessee. Cleveland. What do you think Cleveland does here, man?
All right. Am I doing what Cleveland's gonna do, or what I would do if I was Cleveland?
I mean,
that's
really
a big difference.
We're the GM.
That's a big difference. You know what I'm
decide,
saying? Because you know what I like. And it ain't biased.
We are in the shoes. It is all up to you.
Yeah. All right. If I'm thinking about Cleveland, the Browns, they got a quarterback conundrum with Watson. And, I mean, they got Kenny Pickett, Flacco. What are you doing there? You know what I mean? What are you doing there? I think they should go quarterback. I'm thinking, though, with Travis Hunter there on the board and the fact that they don't really have a lot at wide receiver other than Jerry Jeudy, I think the pick's got to be Travis Hunter, to be honest with you. Now, I love Shedeur Sanders. Don't get me wrong. But even if I'm in the GM, even if I'm being real and I'm in Cleveland's shoes, I got to do something with Watson before I put a rookie, a new franchise quarterback in that situation. That's a bad situation to put a quarterback in. So even though I think it should be a quarterback, I don't think this is a right time for them, and I don't think they are going to do it anyway. So the pick here for me is going to be Travis Hunter.
Okay, Travis Hunter. Going in at number 2. The pick is in. Travis Hunter got an A+. And a lot of people are saying that is going to be the pick. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter going 1-2. So we are down to the New York Giants.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're at the New York Giants, Ghost Dog. What do you want to do with the New York Giants here at 3, man?
Man, What do I want to do? Decisions. Could go quarterback, could go edge. I mean, I don't know. Mess around and just get Will Campbell out of LSU. We do need offensive tackle help, do we not?
Mm-hmm. True that.
Is not our offensive line struggling every time Andrew Thomas gets hurt?
True.
But
very true.
With that being said, I'm the captain now, right? Isn't that what he said in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the captain now. So at 3, the choice is easy for me. Come on in, Shedeur Sanders. Thank you very much.
Because
I'm thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about right now.
So the Giants go Shedeur Sanders at number 3.
Woo.
So now it's back to me. And the Patriots are on the board. Now, the Patriots, they actually need a lot of help along the defensive line and defensive tackle.
Yeah.
They need help along the offensive line. They also want help at running back position as well. But I'm just going to keep it real. The consensus pick is that the New England Patriots want Abdul Carter. And I can see exactly why they would want Abdul Carter. So I'm going to Abdul Carter for the Patriots here at 4 because I do believe that's exactly where they're going with their coach that they have there now. He's a defensive guy. I do believe they go Abdul Carter if he's there at 4. So we're gonna go Abdul Carter to the Patriots at 4.
Got Cave in here. All right, Cave.
Cave, bro. Salute.
We're gonna slide you in at the 4th slot. Pat just made your pick. You was a little late, and he went Abdul Carter to the Patriots. So you're gonna take that 4th spot. We going in order. Pat's 1. I'm 2. Ghost is 3. You 4.
Okay.
All right. So it's on me. Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look at something here. Let me call my coach and see what he need here and what he need on his roster here. Oh yeah. I think we gotta protect old boy back there. What's his name? Mr. T-Law. Walker Little and Anton Harrison are my tackles. We could go offense here, but I mean, they got pretty good offensive weapons. Defense is, I think, a problem for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mason Graham would fit in there pretty nicely. I ain't going front. I am not going to front.
Allen Walker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't. Devon Hamilton, Mason Smith. Nah, we could upgrade there. I'm thinking between Mason Graham and Will Campbell for real, because they do need trench help. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Gave Trevor Lawrence a big contract, but you had one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Give me Mason Graham. Let's just go all out on defense, man. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence anyway.
So Mason Graham goes to the Jaguars. So
all right,
it is now
Ghost
on the Las Vegas
Raiders.
Back at it again. The Raiders.
And I can pull up depth charts for you guys if you want me to.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure. But
the team.
Pete
You don't know.
What's going on, Mosley? Iman, what's up?
Peace to the chat.
And,
Peace.
Yeah, for
Timothy
sure.
Griffin in
Peace.
the building.
Salute.
What's going on, Tim?
Oh, you got
Eric
one of his,
Johnson, what's going on?
Trades going on?
No, we're not going to Green Bay for the draft this year, EJ.
But yeah, man. But the Raiders, new head coach Pete Carroll.
This
Going
they
back,
depth chart. So in case you want to see it,
got you.
And Pat, you could switch back and forth if you want to. I just got it up here, so you guys can see the depth. This is defense.
I do think they might need some help on defense at the linebacker position. Maybe, another edge rusher to help out Crosby. They do need a running back, though. I'm leaning more towards the Ashton GNT, fits Pete Carroll's play style, similar to what he did, back in Seattle. Marshawn Lynch, run heavy defense, strong defense. They got Geno Smith over there for a couple years. I think that gives him time to kind of play around later on for the quarterback position if he needs to. Yeah, man, I'm confident that he's going to pick Ashton GNT, Boise State.
All right, Ashton GNT is the pick. Cool, Ashton GNT is the pick.
That back up there. There we go. All right, now it's on Cave. Welcome, Cave. Welcome, Cave. You get the duties of picking for the New York Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Not the Jets.
You're right. Let me see who's on the board. Oh, these guys are still on the board. Will Campbell, Membu, Jalen Walker, Tyler Warren. Want to see what Aaron Glenn, what type of team he wants, man. I don't know if you want a defensive side to look at first or the offensive side for some more weapons.
If you want to request the roster,
no. I mean, I kind of probably know what the Jets are probably gonna do at number 7. Let me see. Last year they took a Fashanu, right? They took Fashanu last year.
Yeah.
Trying to see what playmaker they can get. Because they don't have a tight end like what's his name? Tyler Warren.
They got Jeremy Rucker. I don't know.
They got Rucker. They got the other guy too.
They got Stone Smart, Zach Kuntz, and Neil Johnson.
Scroll up a little bit. Let me see. Will Campbell, Membu, Jalen Walker. No, let me see. Will Johnson.
The wide receivers are Alan Lazard and Garrett Wilson and Josh Reynolds.
All right, I can go back up, man. But oh man, it's kind of tough. I want to say Jalen Walker,
crazy,
but I think they're gonna go with the offensive lineman. I think they're gonna take Will Campbell if he's there.
Right. Will Campbell to the Jets at 7. Very good pick. Very smart pick. So now I got the Carolina Panthers. The resurgence of Bryce Young helped them out a whole lot last year. At the receiver position, they have my boy from South Carolina. Who else they got out there?
I got you. Carolina Panthers wide receivers are Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, Adam Thielen. And David Moore.
Their tackles.
The tackles are King Aquanu and Taylor Moton. And then they got Brady Christensen as a backup. Who?
Moton got paid, I think.
Yeah, Moton got paid.
Yeah, but that's their tackles, Aquanu and Moton.
And then their tight end. Who's their tight end? It's that
their
one.
Tight end is Tommy Trimble. He's all right. And then they got Jadavion Sanders.
Yeah. So, see what they got a good DBs.
They got good running backs. They got Hubbard, and then they signed Rico Dotto. Their defensive backs are J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson.
And what are their edge rushers looking like?
Derek Brown.
He's a defensive tackle.
Brown. Oh, the linebacker. So it's Jadeveon Clowney and then DJ Wanham. Josie Joel and Trevin Wallace. Those are their linebackers. They need edge help, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Jalen Walker from Georgia. I think he helps them out tremendously. Jalen Walker from Georgia.
if they work out something with the Giants, that's perfect, bro. Because they can take Carter. They need edge help.
Mm-hmm.
So they got Jalen Walker at 8. So we're at the Saints at pick 9.
All right, New Orleans. We know y'all need a quarterback, but you ain't getting one here because I am not taking Jackson Dart. So let's see. If we were doing trades, I'd probably trade out of this pick. But let me see what they got real quick. Saints. Yeah. I like the receivers. Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Talise Fuanga, and Trevor Penning. Their tackles. Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara. All right. I think they got some. Isaac Yadam is. And Kool-Aid McKinstry, corners, Trevon Matthew. All right.
Hey, appreciate you, Mosley. He said he just subbed the Ghost channel. Appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mosley. I appreciate that, man. Rank scan, you already know.
Oh man, Tyler. Let me see the Saints tight end. Who was their tight end? Foster Monroe, Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill.
They just signed Juwan Johnson to.
Yeah, I can live without a tight end. I can live without a receiver. Tackle. I think their tackles ain't bad. I might go Will Johnson here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they did lose.
They
top
Johnson. Debo. Yeah, he just came lost.
Yeah, and they lost their veteran to the Commanders. So Will Johnson.
Yep.
All right, Will Johnson is a Saint. All right, the Bears on the clock. Ghost Dog.
The Bears.
The Bears. The Bears. Oh, the Bears. Caleb Williams is over there. He already got what's his name? Rome Odunze. Keenan Allen is gone though, so maybe McMillan could do something over there. But they got Cole Kmet. They do need help on that offensive line, so maybe
they even signed a whole offensive line.
Yeah, that's right. You're definitely right about that. Mekhi Williams, a little bit of eggs never hurts nobody.
Let me see.
What else? John Barron.
Yeah,
they got Montez Sweat, and I forgot the other guy's name over there.
They got Montez Sweat, and they got Deo Odingbo.
He's good too.
They got Grady Jarrett in the interior.
Yeah.
Gravon Dexter Sr. They got TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edwards, Tariq Stevenson, and Jaquan. Tariq Stevenson.
Got Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker.
Yep, Jaquan Brisker, Kevin Byard, and Kyler Gordon for a nickelback.
So this is like a depth move right here, no matter which way you slice it, honestly. You know what? Let's get McMillan. Let's get another target for Caleb Williams. Why not?
All right. McMillan's up there.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were the 49ers.
He got no excuses now. He got targets for days over there.
All right, Cave.
Who I got?
San Francisco.
The 49ers. They lost a lot on their team, man. They lost linebacker. They need defensive tackle help. Need some more edge. So I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to give him an edge, man. I'm going to give him Mike Green.
Okay, Mike Green. Mike Green at 11. I got
the
Cowboys.
Man, Cave ain't
nice.
playing.
He's nice.
Pat with the Cowboys. That's perfect, man. Go ahead, Pat. Get your Jerry Jones on.
Actually,
draft the punter. Draft the kicker.
Nah, I'm actually gonna go out there with Leary. Who are they tackles again? Because I think one of them just retired, right?
Yeah,
I know Zach Martin is gone, right? Zach Martin is going off the
Zach
line.
Martin's gone.
Their tackles are Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele.
Both of them are still pretty young. They got like 3 good tight ends.
Yup, Jake Ferguson, Shoemaker.
They lost Golston. They might go edge.
Edge. They got Dante Fowler Jr. And Parsons. So.
Yeah, they also lost Lawrence too.
Yeah, they got Odigizua and Mozzie Smith. I mean, they ain't all bad off as you think.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
I'm gonna do the first shocker in this draft. I got them going to Marion Hampton at 12.
Ooh, you know, I was gonna say that's gonna, get a running back.
That's
a Jerry Jones move. That's definitely Jerry Jones move.
Yep. Ah man. All right. Where we at? We with the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Can I take a quarterback here? No, let me stop. I'm thinking with Miami, that line. This might be a spot for a tackle. I got Bradley Chubb on defense. I'm seeing Jalen Phillips, Chop Robinson. They still got Ramsey, even though he wants out. Let's see. All right, go scroll up. Let's see. I'm thinking they going to tackle. Because you got to keep that dude Tua from getting his head rocked.
Mm-hmm.
So, now which one though? Membu or Banks? Give me Membu.
All right, Membu is a Dolphin. All right, now you got the Colts at pick 14. Ghost Dog. You think the Colts gonna pick? I already know what the pick should be, but
who they got over there tight end? Because that's what I'm looking
nobody.
At right now. Nobody. Yeah. I mean, they got a decent O-line, right? They got, what's his name? They got the receiver. I forget his name.
Nobody.
Yeah. Seems simple enough. Simple mathematics. Tyler Warren. You're a Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's the only pick. All right, the Falcons. Yeah, you picking your hometown team.
It's working out pretty good.
Yeah, working out pretty good, man. At number 15.
That pick for the Cowboys. You down there in Texas or near Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cave got the Falcons.
Got the Falcons, man. Let me see what the Falcons' biggest problem has been on defense, on the defensive side.
Linebacker,
always.
Always
their problem. But they always go offense in the draft, so.
I know. All right, scroll back up. Let me see, because I know they lost Grady Jarrett. You know, that's a big part of their team. Offensive line is good already. Oh, but Kelvin Banks is sitting right there. Let me see who's the Dave Barron. I'm gonna give him Mikael Williams.
Mikael Williams, Edge from Georgia.
Yeah.
From Georgia, staying in the home.
Gets to stay home.
All right, I'm with the Arizona Cardinals. They need to keep Kyler Murray upright, and I'm gonna go with them with an offensive tackle, Kelvin Banks. You can't pass on him; he's right there. Give him Kelvin Banks, man. All right, Cincinnati.
Dang, took my pick. Burrow needed that dude. He's another one to be getting his head rocked.
Man,
But
them boys need defense. Our offense is just fine.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking. Let me see. Okay, so the Bengals, they do need defensive help. Now, I like Trey Henderson, BJ Hill, on the line. Cornerback though, Whooshy Woo, not looking too hot. Jahadi Barron.
All right,
Texas
pick a corner. All right, Seahawks goes dog.
The Seahawks. They got Sam Darnold. What else they got over there? Jackson Smith, my guy, my ninja. Jackson Smith, my ninja. They got a good tight end over there too, but they definitely lacking in the offensive line and on trenches on both sides. Honestly, you know, they could use some help over there. But give Leonard Williams some help too. Yeah, for sure. Who they got in the interior O line right now? Let me see what we got available.
In the draft,
Seahawks.
You got Gray Zabel, you got Tyler Booker, you got Donovan Jackson.
Yeah, a lot of those guys come in the later rounds, though. What about in the defensive tackle position? What we got there?
You got Derek Harmon, you got Walter Nolan, you got Kenneth Grant.
Now the Seahawks got Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy the second, Jerron Reed, DeMarcus Lawrence, Ernest Jones, Tyrese Knight,
I forgot.
No, Wusu. That's their linebackers and their defensive linemen.
Gotcha.
In the secondary, they got Julian Love, Kobe Bryant, Reek Woolen, and Devon Witherspoon. So I mean,
they got a good backfield back there. Yeah, not at all. Oh man. Go back to the interior again.
You got Gray Zabel, Tyler Booker.
I like Gray Zabel a lot, but is he worth at 18? That's the question.
He's good. I'm gonna tell you that.
He's like really good.
And he can play tackle too. He could play swing tackle. Yep. Yeah, you know what? Let's get him. Gray Zabel. You're a Seattle Seahawk.
Gray Zabel.
Okay.
He's a Seattle Seahawk. The Buccaneers are on the clock.
Bucks are on the clock.
Oh, the Bucks.
Let me see what I'll pick for the Bucks. I know they
Godwin
need
is still
some
over
help.
there?
Huh?
Godwin, is he still over there or is he gone? Did he retire?
No, Chris Godwin. He's
Godwin, him, and
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is still there. Yeah.
Let me see. Scroll up a little bit. Let me see what the wide receivers look like. Even though they
might have to get his
need
replacement soon. Yeah.
Luke the Bird. Matthew Golden is still
Matthew
on the
Golden.
clock for him.
Yeah.
All right. Go to all. Let me see.
They got Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, Mike Evans. They got your boy Sterling Shepard still over there.
I think they're gonna need some safety help. So let me see what's the safeties out there.
They got Antoine Winfield Jr. and Christian. I don't know. I
already see it right there. It's between Malachi Starks and Nick and Maury. So I'm gonna go Malachi Starks. They need a safety.
Yeah, that's dope. Right. That's dope. Yeah, and with Antoine Winfield Jr. Yeah, they cooking. Right.
So
on for sports. What's good, my guy? Salute.
What's going on,
man? What's good? What's good?
Mosley, salute.
All right, so I'm on the clock with the Denver Broncos, and they need a tight end to help out Bo Nix, and this worked out perfectly for them. Their defense is legit. Their offense is actually legit. They just need a tight end to go out there with some of those receivers. I don't see a receiver that's.
They got Evan Ingram.
They signed Evan Ingram.
Yes. And they got Adam Trotman and Lucas Kroll as backups.
Man. No, man. Coastal Loveland still looking good right there. What's their receivers? They had
Cortland
Sutton,
Marvin Mims Jr., Devon Will, Trent Sherfield, Troy Franklin, Michael Bandy.
The linebackers are pretty doggone good. The defensive line is pretty doggone good.
Yeah, they signed Dre Greenlaw.
Yep, they signed Dre Greenlaw
and Tulanga Hufanga and safety. Both safety, of them from San Francisco.
Yeah, this Broncos team is kind of loaded, man. Let's see what Matthew Golden can do with them out there. Put them out there with Sutton. Cortland Sutton. Take Matthew Golden with the Broncos. Great. So Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock.
All right. It's kind of my hometown, well, my people's hometown anyway. A lot of family Steelers fans. I mean,
Hampton's already gone, Pablo. You went to the Cowboys.
I know they want a quarterback, but I'm telling you, I'm not with that Jackson Dart shit, y'all. Y'all can say I'm hating, but if they gonna hate on Sedor, hey, keep the same energy. I don't want Jackson Dart. Listen. So, but they receivers are good. Offensive line. Ooh, they signed Slay at a corner. Pittsburgh's a pretty veteran-laden team. So here's what I'm looking at with Pittsburgh. All right, somebody for the future. Now could go Shamar Stewart and put him in there in the mix with with your man T.J. Watt and Highsmith and Patrick Queen in them, but that's a loaded front. Let's look at edge. All right, let's look at tackle real quick. Offensive tackle.
You got Josh Simmons, Josh Connerly, Ariante Ursery.
I'm thinking. I mean, they got Broderick Jones and Troy Futanu. This is a tough pick for Pittsburgh here. I mean, they need a quarterback, for real, but I don't want to say.
Definitely don't.
You know what? You know what? Surprise!
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna mess y'all up, bro. I'm gonna fuck this whole draft up right now, because this is a conundrum for Pittsburgh. They don't. I mean, you can go offensive tackle.
They don't need one.
They don't need one. They don't need a receiver. They don't really need help on defense like that. They just signed Slay. They got a stacked linebacker group. Look at the quarterbacks. That's the position we haven't looked at yet. Okay.
Yep.
Jalen Milroe is there. Dang, they got him ranked 40th. That's a hella reach right there. But in my mind, I got Milroe over Dart. So Jalen Milroe, Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. Milroe goes to the Steelers. All right. Ghost Dog with the Chargers.
Well, knowing how Harbaugh get down, last year he drafted an offensive tackle. This year, I think he's going to go with a defensive tackle because they definitely need it over there on defense. So we're looking
Nolan, you got Kenneth Grant, you got Derek Harmon.
You know what? I like Kenneth Grant. I definitely like Kenneth Grant.
That's his former player.
And this is boy, exactly, the Michigan connection. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's make the draft pick real easy for us. Kenneth Grant, you are a Los Angeles Charger.
Hey, Green Bay.
Grant. The Packers are on the clock.
Okay.
I already know what I'm going to do for the Packers and stuff, man. They got weapons already with Josh Jacobs. They got the receivers. They're going to need some offensive line help because Bakhtiari's gone, and that line ain't the same no more. So let me see who's available on the line, offensive line. Is Connolly still there? Or Josh Simmons. Simmons, he's a first-round pick, but I think going to slip into the second round because of injury. But I'm gonna just go ahead and give him Simmons. They could take Josh Simmons.
All right. Got an offensive tackle on the bill. Now I am with the Vikings.
Ooh.
Vikings are pretty loaded. Don't need a receiving. What are they guards looking like? Because I think they need a guard, if I'm not mistaken.
The Vikings, their guards are Will Fries.
Oh, they signed Will Fries.
And they got Blake Brandel. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they signed Will Fries.
They got Will Fries and Blake Brandel, and they got Ryan Kelly as a center. They got Christian Darrisaw as a tackle, and Brian on the tackles are pretty good. Yeah. They could use. I don't know about that Blake Brandel dude. I don't know. They got Henry Bird as a backup and Marcellus Johnson as backup. And then they got Michael Juergens as a backup center. So, I mean, they could use some depth there on the offensive line.
Yeah,
their receivers is good. So
I'm gonna give them a mauler with Tyler Booker, man, at offensive line.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
So, Texans are on the clock.
Texans, man, offensive line. Man, they get my man CJ beat up over there.
Bad.
Josh Connery Jr. That's an easy one. I like Connery.
All right, there you go. Those two quick picks. All right, back on the clock with the Rams.
LA, I see you. Keeping it in LA, just across town, really.
Keeping it in LA.
All right. Man, Matthew Stafford is back again. California love, right? But yeah, man, Matthew Stafford is back again. He's older. Got to be able to protect him a little bit better. We'll be looking at the tackle spot. They also need a tight end too, because I don't think they got nobody at the tight end spot.
Parkinson always gets hurt.
Yeah.
Man. Tyler Higbee.
I mean, Higbee is always getting hurt.
Obi Parkinson. Yeah.
Let me see who's left over for tight end spot.
This one's in the
Roman is right there too. Jesus. Let me see the cornerbacks, because that defense definitely needs a little help too.
They got Darius Williams at corner and Akil Witherspoon.
Definitely need a corner.
You know what? Go back to Loveland, because what's his name is gone, and Matthew Stafford is going to need another weapon for Puka Nacua and like feed off of. So yeah, let's make it the Loveland pick.
All right, Coastin Loveland
gave them the tight end.
All right,
we are at the Baltimore Ravens at 27.
Ravens. Like the Ravens, I think they need more help on offense, man. In the playoffs, Mark Andrews was not available. He wasn't good enough. And other than Zay Flowers, I really don't see too much.
DeAndre Hopkins, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, and Tez Walker over there.
They got DeAndre Hopkins. They just signed him, right? Yeah. What's the tight end look like?
Tight ends, Mark Andrews and
no, I'm talking about in the draft. Okay, it's Mason Taylor. Nah,
you know what? Crazy.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a wide receiver. I'm gonna give him Amika Ibuka.
Okay.
Okay.
Need more weapons. Need more weapons.
Need some more. Gotta score more points.
They got Lions. Detroit. Detroit needs some edge help. So guess what? I'm gonna give them a beast on the opposite side of Hutchinson, and I'm gonna give him James Pierce. I know he can do something with James Pierce on that other side. Because the corners, yeah, I'll go James Pierce. All right, Washington is on the clock.
God damn it. Oh man. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ooh. Let's see. I think they need some pass rush help too, though.
Yeah, they do.
I think they do need some pass.
They need some. They got Debo.
They don't have no pass rush. Who the hell is Dorrance Armstrong? The Reese Weiss. Man, come on now. Shamar Stewart.
All right, Shamar Stewart's. All right, Buffalo Bills.
Defense, and more defense. Let's see what that cornerback. Maxwell Harston is I. Trey Amos, I like Trey Amos. Benjamin Morrison, but nah. Let's see what linebackers looking like, Pat.
They got the best one available, John Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell. Oh yeah, let's make it real simple. Jahad Campbell, you a Buffalo Bill. And they're gonna need him too, especially messing around with Patrick Mahomes, man, and Lamar Jackson. So,
all right, KC is on the clock.
The Chiefs are on the clock.
The Chiefs.
Looking at the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs offense. They say they're gonna be clicking on offense this year. Guys are healthy. They got Xavier Worthy. Who else the receivers? They got who is they got?
Kansas City. Kansas City. Let's see. The Chiefs. And the Chiefs got Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Rashid Rice, Sky Moore, and Juju Smith-Schuster.
I forgot they had Hollywood Brown now.
Yeah, I think they get on that side. It's on the defensive side, and I think I'm going to give them an edge because they need one. The edge from Boston College, Donovan.
Yeah, they do need an edge.
Donovan Ezeraku.
All right, Donovan Ezeraku. All right, Philly is on the clock.
Ooh, Philadelphia.
And guess what? It always works out in their favor. They get Nick and my Warrior. Safety out of South Carolina. An absolute monster.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
the rich get richer, right? The rich get richer, right?
Yo, that backfield going to be ferocious, man. They a problem, bro. They are a problem, man.
But here's even more problems. They got
some bonus coverage. Since the first round went so smooth and quick.
That was the first round already?
Yeah, that was the first round.
Oh, so, dang. So who I'm back on the clock? Oh, Cleveland. Okay. Cleveland. All right, Cleveland. We took Travis Hunter. All right, we need to look at quarterback now. Dang. I screwed myself. I put Milroe on the Steelers. All right, Jackson Dart. This is a good spot for you. Give him Jackson Dart.
Hey, Travis Hunter and Jackson Dart. That is pretty doggone good for them. All right, the Giants back on the clock. Ghost Dog gets the Giants again.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see at the defensive line position. Let's see what's going on over there. Oh, Derek Harmon. That's my guy. Let's make it real quick and easy. Derek Harmon, you are a New York Giant.
Okay. George Sanders and Derek Harmon. All right, the Titans back on the clock.
Is the Titans back on the clock?
Yep.
Yes, Pablo. We will be live tomorrow for the draft.
Yeah, the Titans are back on the clock.
TP, salute.
Let's see what the Titans. Let's see what wide receivers there. Because with Cam's going to have to air it out. He's going to have to get some weapons to air it out. And, I already see him right there. I already see Luther Burden right there. Give him Luther Burden, man. Drop the T.
This is when the draft get good in the second and third rounds because this draft is good in the second and third rounds. That's considered the strong point of this draft. So you're going to see a lot of good players going in these 2 rounds.
Hey, Jacksonville is back on the clock. And that's me, ain't it? Okay. Jacksonville.
Yeah, what to do with the Jags?
The Jaguars.
They need some edge help.
They got Trayvon Walker,
Yeah.
Josh Allen. They got Devin Lloyd at line.
And they picked Mason Graham in the first. What their cornerbacks looking like? Just thought about that.
Tyson Campbell and Jerron Jones as corners.
All right, we're gonna give them Trey Amos out of Ole Miss.
That's a good pick.
All right, so we got the Raiders back on the clock after taking Genty in the first round.
All right, go to all. Ooh, let's see. Let me see how that offensive line is looking real quick. Because Dylan Parham's okay, but Jordan Meredith, Miller, okay. Go to receivers. Give me Jaden Higgins.
All right, Jaden Higgins. Big body receiver. Okay, Patriots are on the clock.
The Pats are on the clock.
The Patriots. See what's going on at the wide receiver position. Trey Harris, Jalen Long, Jack Back. What's available at running back?
That's where they would go. Running back. Yeah. Henderson, Jenkins, Caleb Johnson, Scatbo.
Can't go wrong with Henderson or Judkins, honestly.
Nah.
Yeah, let's get Henderson. I'm with it. Drake, the young quarterback and Drake May up there. That'll be good for him.
Help him out. Help the young man out. Help him out, Ghost.
For real, you don't need it.
The Bears.
Yes, he is. The Bears.
The Bears are on the clock. What did the Bears do in the first round?
They went receiver to
Terry
McMillan. Terry McMillan. You know what? Yeah, they don't need another receiver. Let me see what they need. They need a cornerback or they need a defensive tackle. How's that?
Let's see, the Bears.
One of the best ones available right there.
Yeah, Walter Nolan is right there. Maxwell Harrison, the cornerback, is right there.
Bears got Grady Jarrett and Grayvon Dexter Sr. and Montez Sweat.
On the edge.
On the edge. And Dayo on Degbo.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to give him Walter Nolan, man. He's still around. Give him Walter Nolan, defensive tackle.
That's a good pick, yep. Next to Grady Jarrett, that's nice.
Saints are back on the clock. Actually, receivers. I'm gonna give them who are their guards? I forgot who their guards are.
The Saints. Let's see. The Saints.
I know they got one good one in.
Yeah, they got Dylan Redunce and Cesar Ruiz.
Yeah, they're
Cesar
both
Ruiz is good. Yeah, Dylan Redunce is good.
They already went corner. They actually need an edge.
They got Carl Granderson and Cameron Jordan on the edge.
Cameron Jordan is old as shit, and Nick Scarton can actually train under Jordan and actually be pretty good. I'm gonna give him Nick Scarton. All right. Yeah, the Bears are back
got
on
another pick. Oh,
yep.
Chicago. All right, who did they pick? They got Walter Nolan and McMillan. Let's see here. Man, the Bears about to be loaded. Because if I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Let me see. Yeah. Yep, I'm doing it. Let me see. Go to all. Let's see. Okay, you at all now. So Hairston, Donovan Jackson. Scroll down a little bit. Go back up. Give me my man, Azare Thomas. I know Maxwell Harris there, but I like Azare Thomas.
All right, now the Jets are back on the clock.
All right, let's see what we got here. If I know Aaron Glenn, he's definitely going to beef up the defense any which way he can. We just got the offensive tackle in the first round, so why not beef up the opposite side on the defense? So let's check out the defensive line, see what they got. Tyleik Williams, Darius Alexander. I really like Tyleik Williams, but they also need some edge help.
Yeah, they got Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson on the edge. I think they could use some edge help, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Use some that there.
Yeah, but Tyleik Williams is nice though too, and he creates pressure for the quarterback as well. You know what? Landon Jackson isn't bad though.
That's my boy, Landon Jackson.
He's nice. I actually saw his video the other day. Yeah, let's get Landon Jackson. I'm with it.
All right, Landon Jackson. All right, San Francisco back on the clock.
49ers are on the clock. 49ers lost, what's that, Tafunga? Is that Tafunga, the safety?
They lost a lot, yeah.
They lost him. They lost...
Where did he go? They lost him for
He went to the Broncos.
Oh, man, that dude was a beast.
So their corners, they got Trey Brown and Renato Green.
Yeah, they need a corner.
Yeah, they need a corner or safety because they lost Charvarius Ward too.
They signed Pennick from the Giants, Jason Pinnock.
Yo, that team
skeleton, bro. And they got Jair Brown. That's their secondary.
I have a toss-up between Maxwell Hairston or Xavier Watts is still there, the safety. Xavier Watts. I think he's Yeah.
He fits them too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him Xavier Watts.
All right. Xavier Watts is a 49er. All right, the Cowboys are back on the clock. With Amari Hampton in the first round. So I'm gonna be real with these cats. If they were smart, they would take a certain receiver on the board, but let's see what they do.
He said they're not smart.
We will take a certain.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They say they need a tackle.
They got Guyton and Terrence Steele. The receivers are Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Brooks, and Turpin.
Yeah. I'm actually, and they defensive tackles are trash too, ain't they?
Mozzie Smith and O.D. Gazua.
Well, O.D. Gazua just got that big contract, and Mozzie Smith, they just drafted him.
Yeah.
And their guards, what their guards look like?
The guards are Tyler Smith and Brock Huffman.
Well, Brock, you got some competition. I'm giving them Donovan Jackson. Guard, Ohio State.
Yeah.
All right. Colts are back on the clock.
The Colts. Man. Oh, Colts, man. You got your boy Daniel Jones over there. All right. They still got Quentin Nelson, Mac Goncalves. At guard, Braden Smith. I don't really like this team. Boy, oh boy. All right, let's look at tackles.
Yeah,
Arisay. Let's go Arisay here.
All right, Arisay. All right, the Falcons are back on the clock.
All right, let's see what we got here. What's their roster looking like at wide receiver? They don't got Hollywood Brown no more, so who's over there?
The Falcons, they got
Drake London.
Yeah, let's see. The Falcons. Yeah, they got wide receivers: Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod, Drake London, KC Washington, Jamal Agnew.
Yeah, I don't really know none of those names outside of Drake London, to be honest with you. So.
Ray and Mooney was putting out work.
Yeah, Ray, yeah, Mooney too. I know Ray though.
Mooney, Mooney. I remember
because we always say Ray.
I remember, Who they got on the defense at edge though? Because I feel like they lacking in a whole lot over there on the defense.
I think I gave them an edge in this person.
And David Otiamata.
Man, he wanted to go edge twice. Nigga.
And then they got
they got
They got Floyd and they
Carson.
So yeah, I don't think they bad.
Their defense as a whole is trash, but go back to linebackers.
Oh yeah, I mean the corners are
Carson Schwarzenegger a lot. I like that kid Carson a whole lot. I think he might be a difference maker over there. So you know what, Carson Schwarzenegger, you are an Atlanta Falcon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Atlanta Falcons.
Sunshine.
I needed that.
All right, Cardinals back on the clock.
Cardinals
offensive tackle in the first round.
They got Kelvin Banks in the first round. Let's see what the wide receivers look like. They just got Michael
Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Zay Jones. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So Trey Harris is there. What about the interior offensive line?
They got Evan Brown and Isaiah Adams at left and right guard.
Oh, that is trash.
Right.
Lost Will Hernandez, huh? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna give him the local boy from right there, Jonah Savainaya.
Yeah, that kid is nice.
He's nice, yeah.
Yeah, he is nice, yeah.
Right,
real nice.
The Dolphins are back on the clock. And these boys, they need a lot of help.
We might need a whole lot real soon. Quarterback, wide receiver. It's a mess over there, man.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I'm going to give them Tyleek Williams, defensive tackle. Keep them going in the trenches over there in Miami. They need trenches. All right, Cincinnati back on the clock. Went DB in the first round.
Let's go to all. I wouldn't mind doubling up on DB for them, for real. That defense so damn garbage. Let's go down. Nothing but DBs out there. Good God. Nobody wants cornerbacks. I mean, well, hell. Yeah. You know the DB.
Go
back up. Yeah.
The double dip.
Yeah, because I mean, let's see what they got at DB, and y'all tell me. They got Cam, Taylor Britt.
He's decent.
DJ Turner.
He's decent too.
Man, if it's on defense, they need it, period, because that team's defense is basura, bro.
I know who the pick should be. That's not the corner.
Talking trenches, eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See y'all. Let me see. Scroll down. Oh, Alexander's there. And Tiamolo.
Tuimoloa. That's it, right? I don't know.
Tuimoloa.
That's an edge. He's the edge, right?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm thinking the opposite of Trey Henderson should be an edge. So it'll be between Tiamolo and who else was it go down? I think it was another dude I like. Nah, Jack Sawyer's okay. Double O might be too high for him. Yeah, give me Tiamolo.
That's the perfect guy to put opposite of Henderson.
Got the Seahawks again.
They took a guard in the first round.
Yeah, and I was thinking too, even though they do got Cooper Kupp now, Jackson Smith, and the Jigba. I don't know, man. They don't have Lockett no more. DK Metcalf is up out of there. Let's see what's going on with the receivers. We might have to add to that stable a little bit.
Antlin, Jigba, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Cooper Kupp's always hurt. They still do need to, you know what? Nah, let's go back to defensive line. Because, I still think they need a little bit of depth over there too, man. You got TJ Sanders, Darius Alexander. I like TJ Sanders a lot. You know what? TJ Sanders, you are a Seattle Seahawk. I think he'll be good for them over there.
Okay.
All right, the Broncos. They went Matthew Golden in the first round, receiver.
They went with a receiver in the first round. Their defense is always good, man. The Broncos. So I'm going to have to go into the offensive line again for the Broncos. I know Sean Payton likes to run the ball, protect that quarterback. And there he is right there, a nasty dude right there, man, from Georgia, Tate Ratledge. You are a Denver Bronco.
All right, the Seattle Seahawks are back on the clock again.
Dang.
Yo.
Yo. Okay, Seattle.
We just gave him TJ Sanders. They need a cornerback too, because that one dude's overrated.
Yeah,
they got Witherspoon and Woodland.
They got Josh Joby.
Joby be getting toasted. He be getting roasted, bro.
They only got Charbonnet now too, because what's his name is gone. Didn't Kenneth Walker leave or something like that?
No,
was it the other way around?
Still there. Yeah, they still got their running back. They got Walker and Charbonnet. They running backs are good.
They still got them, right? Okay. Yeah.
They running backs are good. They got their offensive line is Charles Cross, Saya Toa Lumia, Oluwatimi, Anthony Bradford, and Abraham Lucas. So
that's tough, man.
I don't know. I like the O-line for them.
Yeah, just beef up the O-line some more, I think.
Because Bradford, man, not Bradford, Darnold, man, he ain't going nowhere. You gave him kind of shit.
And he's gonna need a stable pocket to perform, so
that's what I'm saying. They gotta have a good line. Some lines, sometimes you can have an okay line when your quarterback can move a little bit, but when you got a quarterback that's pure pocket pass, your line gotta be tight.
Yeah, but those old linemen are further and further down the board.
Further down.
A huge reach. I'm taking Maxwell Harrison for them, man, at corner. Because he can play opposite of because Witherspoon plays in the slot. So the opposite of Woolen, and he can take over for Woolen when he be getting toasted. And that other dude just be getting roasted all the time.
Getting roasted.
All right, Tampa Bay back on the clock. Goes dog. I mean, no, this is NYPD.
Say why?
Yeah. I'm thinking go to Let's see. Us all. Let's see what their corners are. Corners, they got Silent McCollum and Jamal Dean. I think we could use some help there. I think Rebel Jr., Benjamin Morrison, Darian. Give me Siobhan Rebel. Yeah. Cornerback.
So Siobhan Rebel, all right.
Yeah. We got out of East Carolina, right? Yeah, that's an ECU guy.
I mean, they just need some help over there. You know what I'm saying? They need some depth. So I think that's a good pick for them.
All right. So the Packers are back on the clock. Ghost Dog took a tackle in the first round.
Yes, sir. I think they'll be out with their wide receiver position. They got that tight end over there. What's his name? They got him from Oregon State last year, I believe. He was all right. Got plenty of weapons on offense. They need help in that fucking defense, though. Specifically corner, I think. Yeah, I think Benjamin Morrison is the pick.
All right. Corners are board.
Yep.
Get your corner. Get your corners while they're out.
Right.
Chargers are up. Hey, you right on it. You just stay right on the cornerback. That's what the Chargers need. They need defensive help. And who they picking? They pick Kenneth Grant in the first round. Yeah, we're gonna give him Darian Porter. We're gonna give him Darian Porter. Darian Porter, you are a Charger.
All right, the Buffalo Bills are on the clock. You took Jahai Campbell in the first round. They got Keon Coleman over there.
The Buffalo Bills. Let's see.
They secondary needs help.
They do need help in the secondary.
They secondary. They got
Christian
Benford, Darius White, DeMar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, and Teron Johnson.
Yeah, Teron Johnson's pretty good when he's healthy. They don't need defensive tackles.
Craig Rusal, Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver, I think they're good there. Joey Bosa, they signed.
They got an edge.
They signed Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa, yeah, they good at edge too. Damn.
The line is good. I would look at they got Christian Benford and White at corner and Teron Johnson at corner. On offense, they got Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, Khalil Shakir. On the line, they got Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown. Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid at tight end. They good there. They got James Todd Johnson at running back and Ray Davis.
And all those, they know how to use all those guys. They all do pretty good. This right here could be a future stash pick. I'm giving Marcus Mbaugh. He might actually can crack the starting lineup, to be honest with you.
I think he can push David Edwards, Osiris Torrance.
All right, Carolina. Pick number 57, back on the board. Panthers.
All right, Panthers. I like the Carolina Panthers, y'all. I'm not a fan of them, but I like their team. I've been out to the stadium. They're pretty cool people. So I ain't going to try to do them dirty. Darius Alexander might be pretty good over there. Go to receiver real quick. Trey Harris. Jalen Noel. Boy. I'm going to get your boy, Pat. I'm going to get your boy. Thielen is old, dog. Him, Jalen Noel, and Xavier. Leggett, sign me up for that. Give me that.
All right, Jalen Noel is a Panther. All right, the Texans are on the clock.
Boom, boom, boom. We got offensive tackle in the first round. We're going to get an interior offensive lineman in the second round because that boy needs offensive line help. Big time.
What's good, Drew?
Jared Wilson. Yeah, let's take Jared Wilson. Miles Frazier. I like Miles Frazier, but Jared Wilson is way better, I think, for the positional value. Yeah, Jared Wilson.
All right. The Ravens are back on the clock. They went with the wide receiver in the first round. Let me see, what's the running back position look like on there? On the draft. No, I'm still right there in the draft.
Give Derrick Henry some help.
Oh man, yeah.
Junkins behind Henry would be crazy.
That would be nice.
Just push Junkins right in there, bro.
You got Justin Hill. Justice Hill.
Yeah.
Quinshon Junkins, you are a Baltimore Raven.
All right, so we are back with the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions went edge in the first round with James Pierce. The Detroit Lions, what do they need? Defensive line help, defensive tackle. This is a team that can stash players. And
they do got Aleem McNeil.
They can stash players.
They got DJ Reader and Aiden Hutchinson on the line with Marcus Davenport on the other end.
Defensive tackle, though, they can stash somebody. I'm going to give them Alfred Collins, man. A beast. All right, the Commanders are back on the clock, and they took Shamar Stewart in the first round.
Yeah, I got to pick for these bums again. All right, man. Go O-line. Go interior O-line. Oh, God. Charles Grant.
Yep. Looking
reachy. All right. Yeah. D-line. Go D-line. Interior D-line. They signed Ken Law. Go to all real quick. Let's see the running backs. Give me that tight end. Hold on.
Mason Taylor?
No, Royo. Hell no. Give me a Royo. I forgot. No, I ain't doing that.
Oh my God. Jaden Daniels throwing to a Royal is going to be a problem if that happens. Lord. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Linebacker, interior O-line. That defensive backfield needs help. Who's available at the cornerback? Jacob Parrish. What about safety? Makuba. You know what? What's going on receiver? Trey Harris is still there? That's crazy. You know what? Why not? Let's put him over there next to Keon Coleman. Trey Harris, you are a Buffalo Bill.
All right. Very good pick, too. Kansas City back on the clock.
The Chiefs are back on the clock. What they get? They got the edge in the first round. What's the running back look like? Because I know their running back was...
Yeah, Caleb Johnson is nice.
That's got a ball.
There he is. Because what's that name? Pacheco, he's good, but he gets hurt sometimes. They
got Kareem Hunt and Elijah Mitchell. Those are the running backs.
Kareem Hunt,
and Elijah Mitchell, the dude from San Francisco. He nice.
I don't think the long-term answer, so I'm gonna go with Caleb Johnson.
Right.
Running back.
Caleb Johnson, running back, and the Eagles. Back on the clock. And guess what?
Oh my God.
That's the end of the second round.
Not again.
Oh, do it, yo.
Oh, don't give him no. They don't do it.
Oh, do it.
He said, don't give him Darius.
Actually, they do need D-line help.
D-line is already enough, man.
Well,
Dallas Goedert is getting out of favor with the Eagles. Mason Taylor, he comes right in and fit right in with them dudes. And I think we'll make this the last pick of this stream. The Giants in the third round. What do they do, NYG?
On me. Well,
it's all on you, NYG. No pressure.
You took Harmon. I mean, damn, Alexander would be a good fit here, but that's overkill.
Yep.
So you're gonna go to the trenches.
Go down a little bit. Let's see.
Jack Sawyer.
Edge would be good here. Since we didn't, yeah. This would be a good value pick.
Umami Leon. How you say it? Umami Leon?
I don't really know much about him. I do know Jack Sawyer is pretty good, though.
Yeah, I know about Jack Sawyer.
And I know Double O is pretty good.
Aladejo, whatever. Aladejo, Dejo.
Oladejo.
Yep.
Dejo. Yeah. I'm gonna take my man's. I'm gonna be biased. Give me Double O.
Right. Double O. I like that.
O is a New York Giant, which is pretty dope because we actually interviewed him at the Senior Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Dope.
You need to check out the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. We did interview O2, and he's a pretty cool guy, man.
Yeah, so, he's a beast on the field too. Don't get it twisted.
Yes, he is an absolute beast.
You know
So what we'll do here is we'll let you hear the interview that we actually had with him at the Senior Bowl, which is pretty dope. Oh, you beat me to it. Okay.
I got you.
What's going on?
Jacob, what's good, bro?
Nice to meet you too.
With Aboriginal Sports Network, we're gonna ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah. So hold on, you said O2? Is that that's what they call you? I like that. I like that. O2.
That's definitely
Oluwafemi Oladejo.
Okay,
Nigerian name. Oluwafemi.
Oluwafemi Oladejo.
All right, so Nigerian, know your tough as nails when you go out there. Like you say, you're very confident. We go out there on the edge rusher. I'm a New York Giants fan, so edge rusher is what we do. I watched the film at UCLA. You do have a bevy of moves. What's one of the moves that you do have that you say that, hey, I need to step it up a little bit when you come here with the competition here at the Senior Bowl going against some of the best of the best?
Yeah, I think my power. I think I moved to edge, 3 games is my season. In my senior year, I played Mike my first 3 years. And I have power I can use. I was able to go 2-1, finish at the top. That's what I would say.
Okay, so another thing that you have that a lot of people don't have is long arm. You go, you get your hand into their chest, you swipe down, you can do swim moves, spin moves. You can really do whatever you want to a lineman when you get out there. So, what do you think you bring to the defensive line to any team? Doesn't matter if the Giants are biased. I like you with the Giants, but anyways. What do you think with your moves, with everything that you bring to the defensive line, what do you think you bring to an NFL team, whether it be physical, mental? What do you think you bring to an NFL team?
I bring versatility. I bring enthusiasm. I bring discipline. I bring respect. I bring a team environment, team culture. Very energetic. That's my voice is gone. I've been yelling the last 2 days. I think, like I said, versatility. But I played Mike my first 3 years in college. Played tight end in high school, tackle. I played almost every position. So I can just play football. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I'm very grounded in life. Big man of faith, big follower of Christ. I'm not distracted by these things outside. I just want to keep striving to be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still not going to try to
O2.
Yeah,
O2.
Listen, this is what you call a dog.
Yes.
For people you want on your team, when you want to get more physical, you want more passion, this is the guy that you bring in, and he's going to do it for you, man. Appreciate you, Mr. O2. Man, hopefully we can talk to you in the future, man.
Already, pleasure.
All right, man. Nice meeting you, man. Go out there and kill it, man. Kill it, man.
Yeah,
So that was O2 at the Senior Bowl. So
dope joint.
What picks in this draft were like some of your favorite picks? And I'm gonna go all the way through the draft and let them pick the people. Well, they already, went through it. So some of these picks, man, it actually could go down in a similar way.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see.
It actually could go down in a similar way with that, man.
We definitely gonna see.
They're not taking Jackson Dart, man. They're not taking
his son or somebody.
Tweeted.
Tweeted.
I mean,
is it those Photoshop?
God.
No, I'm just
I mean, come on, man. Has it come to this? Is it that bad?
Yo, if they're gonna choose a quarterback based off the opinions of the GM's son,
and that's all they've been talking about. Well, his son said take Jaden Daniels.
Wrap it up.
So so the son is running the team now. We have a 9-year-old running the New York Giants. This is how bad it is, y'all. This is how bad it is.
It just
down
keeps
bad,
going.
Man.
It keeps
Did the same 9-year-old not want Saquon gone as well? If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he on the Hard Knocks saying don't get rid of Saquon?
He running all of it, man.
Man, get out of here, man. Yeah, right. He is.
Like it keeps Todd McShay jumping in on the Shedeur Sanders train too. Hear what he got.
Shedeur Sanders is not going to be a New York Giant. Shedeur Sanders is not going to be a New Orleans Saint. Okay, so let's just address that now. We said to you the week after the combine that I was surprised that other networks weren't reporting what the information that came to me so easily. Shedeur Sanders is a good young man. Shedeur Sanders has always been respectful and everything else. Some interviews didn't go well, including with the New York Giants, I'm told now. And I think what happened early in the process, there was a feeling that they could handpick. I don't think Coach Prime came out and said it himself. I'm gonna handpick, the places that my son can go play for. Well, what happens when you got it's not a small pool, but it's not as big as 32 teams, and only so many teams need quarterbacks. And it just so happened that a bunch did in that top 10, 6, but after throughout the process, after the combine, some of the meetings didn't go well. I told you I talked to 2 executives, didn't go well. So now the pool shrinks. And now I'm here to tell you that it didn't go well with Brian Daboll, and it didn't go well with the Giants organization. So the pool is shrinking. And now he's not a perfect fit in some places, right? New Orleans. I've talked about.
So if it didn't go well with the New York Giants, why in the hell are they still following this kid around? Because he said after the combine, right? Mm-hmm. So why did they go to his pro day with all those people
and have a private workout,
and then have a private workout with him after that? If they were out on him after the combine,
yeah, make it make sense, bro.
Make it make sense, man.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. It's getting real crazy.
That doesn't make sense to me, man.
These guys, bro. These jokers, man.
Yo, it's disrespectful at this point. The slander, it's crazy. That kid was like top 3, like what, 2-3 months ago tops. Now to like what? Not even going in the first.
His interview didn't go well, but people saying Abdul Carter's interview didn't go well, and that he's a hard person to coach is what is being leaked like they leaking about Shedeur Sanders. The same things are being leaked about Abdul Carter, but he should absolutely go 3 to the New York Giants, and they will be dumb for passing him up. So you tell me what's going on here. You put 2 and 2 together. That's all I gotta say, bro.
They gotta keep spinning the narrative, bro. They gotta keep spinning. This is how they knock the quarterbacks down, come close to the draft. That's all they doing, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And then guess what? And if they wrong, they'll never say they were wrong. They never gonna say they just gonna act like they didn't even say nothing and just move on from it from years later. But like, and that's what happens, man.
This is a little cartoon somebody put up.
They drawing cartoons now.
Yeah, this is a cartoon that they're pulling up. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
So this is a cartoon they pulled up.
From a GM who lets say one wrong, starring the 2015 Super Bowl champion and the Heisman winner. And Johnny
Wow.
Lord for a New Jersey. Now I'm in New Jersey.
Okay, this is too much, even for me. You know, we could get a 4th quarterback.
Really?
Oh, I was talking to him.
It's always 8:30 when you're sharing with Jackson.
Now I hear you went to the same college as Eli.
Wow.
Yeah, we a joke, bro. And we're gonna keep doing a joke.
Absolutely joke. Absolutely
We're gonna keep being a joke, bro. We're gonna keep being, and this is what they want, though. They want, look at that, exactly what John Mara said. You went to the same college as Eli. Oh, we're gonna have LT back in the building. Yo, that and no disrespect to number 11, that boy hasn't played not one snap in the NFL, and you could say the same about Shedeur.
They said we're gonna be the best. We're gonna be the best rush. They said we're going to be the best pass rush in the league. And then somebody was like, yeah, but we're going to be giving up 140 yards on the ground.
Right.
I'll say, man, let this make sense, though. If Brian Davis is this offensive genius, why don't he trying to put more on his side of the ball? You know what I'm saying? Instead of the defensive side of the ball, it's like, and my whole thing is like, if he's this quarterback whisperer, why don't you let him get this quarterback so we won't hear this excuse next year or something like that and saying like, oh, he never got his quarterback. He never got his quarterback. He never got his quarterback. Let him get his quarterback, man. Let him get his quarterback. Take your quarterback, bro.
Facts. Take the quarterback. Yo, and you averaged 15 points a game last year. Where's the insurance for the next year? What's going to happen after Russell Winston is gone? What's going to happen?
Offense, the 31st ranked offense. And guess what? You know what you did so far? You signed Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and re-signed Darius Slayton. Those were your offseason moves for the offensive side of the ball that was 31st in the league. Tell me how it makes sense that you're going to pick Abdul Carter when you spent boatloads of money to get Chauncey Golden, these Ledbetters, all these other cats, you know what I'm saying? Trading for Brian Burns, taking Thibodeau 5th overall, re-signing Dexter Lawrence, signing Poston Adebo, drafting Drew Phillips, drafting Newman, all high picks. Deontay Banks, a 1st-round pick. Cordell Flott, a 3rd-round pick. How much resource are you going to put into the fucking defense when you have the worst offense in the NFL? That's what don't make sense, bro. You make it make sense, bro. So if you take Abdul Carter, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this is going to be one of the worst teams in the league for years and years and years to come. Because you cannot justify a pick like that. You can't do it, bro. You are not going to go in there with Abdul Carter and shut down Philadelphia's offense or shut down Washington's offense or shut down Dallas's offense. I don't give a goddamn how you feel. But you know what's going to happen? They're going to be shutting you down with Darius Slayton and Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson out there. I'm sorry. It's going to happen. It's not hard to do it.
I'm going to say this like this. If he gets fired this year, I don't want to hear nothing about he never got a chance to pick his quarterback because guess what? You've been there 4 years. 4 years is a long time to pick a quarterback. Because guess what? It don't make no sense how you 4 years on a team and they going back in the wrong direction. By year 4, you should be like one of the title contender or something like that with your roster going forward, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they keep playing around. It's like, bro, we don't have time for that no more, bro.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
it don't make no sense, man.
It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no type of sense. And then you keep bashing Shedeur Sanders.
But it's just amazing how the fan base just turn with the media. They go with the media, and they just start changing the narrative. It's like
they was trying to go with the Shuck. They was trying to go with the Shuck narrative for a while. Until that reared its ugly head.
How are they better options than Shedeur Sanders?
No.
How, bro?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this now, bro. If we're gonna be doing bridge, this is what we're gonna be doing now, bridge quarterback. Because guess what? I don't care. Next year's draft is strong. Let's do the bridge quarterback thing next year again too. If that's the narrative they want to keep spinning, let's keep doing the bridge quarterback. Keep doing the bridge quarterback. Go next year again.
Offer for Arch, Jackson Dart. They went Tyler Show. They went Kyle McCord.
And you see the quarterbacks that they looking at, bro.
That's a fact.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cam Ward, if he wasn't going to Tennessee,
yep, they be doing the same thing to him too.
They be doing the same thing to Cam Ward. Because it was already coming out when it was early in the draft process. Oh, Cam Ward, I don't like Cam Ward. Cam Ward, too much hero, but I think he's gonna bust and da 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 da.
Now all of a sudden,
and they tried
said pick up number one. Now all of a sudden, yeah, Cam Ward would have been great.
They always do that when we out of reach. They always do that. Say, "Oh, that's what we wanted." Oh, it's like, all right, whatever. It's like that's what you wanted.
Yeah,
now. That's why I really wish. I really wish you would have stayed at number one, man. Really wish you would have stayed at number one. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did not want him to win that game. I know some people like, well, guys got to win. I'm gonna tell you like this: at the end of the day, all them players talk about like players trying to win, players want to win. It's like, bro, have that same energy at the beginning of the season, win games at the beginning of the season. I don't want to hear that stuff towards the end of the season when you're out of the playoffs. That's what I was talking about with these players, man. Have the same energy, play with the same level of intensity you playing at the end of the season. Play like that during the middle of the season when the games counts. Try to win them games because there was a lot of games they were not competitive in. They were not winning these games.
Yeah, tell me how you can justify some bullshit, bro. When you talking about trading up from the second round into the first round to take Jackson Dart. And
that's the question. Is he worth it? That's the question we got to be asking these dudes, and we got to break it down and break it apart. And it's not. To me, it's not worth at 34. I would rather take Milroe at 34 than move up for anybody.
Better, bro. Look at this, bro.
Jackson Dart better not turn out to be Brady Quinn. I'm telling you, better not turn out to be Brady Quinn, bro.
Man,
but look, they take Abdul Carter. And then they trade from the second round into the first round at 18 to take Jackson Dart. But
that's a lot.
Wait, they pass on Shedeur Sanders.
Way too much.
Yeah, I know.
And this is what this is an agenda. I don't want to be the conspiracy dude, but this is an agenda.
It clearly is an agenda. There's no conspiracy.
Yeah, this is nasty work.
The only conspiracy, bro, is the fact that people are ignoring it. That's the only fucking conspiracy, bro.
Yeah.
What is this garbage, bro?
Nonsense.
You can't talk bullshit into my brain, bro. You can't. This is bullshit.
Crazy work.
Like, you don't want to take Shedeur Sanders.
Crazy work.
You trade major resources to go back into the
look at how many pieces are in the trenches on both sides of the ball in the second and third rounds. You willing to trade all that away? Those 2 third rounds, knowing that we could snag up some of the names that we was looking at, the Tate Ratledges, the Jonah Savavaneas. Like, come on, man, the Derek Harmons. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? It's really nonsense.
And that's
bro.
a fact.
And you in the movies Jackson Dart. Get out of here,
and
bro.
he's injured. And what do all these fans complain about?
And not enough people are talking about that. Thank you. That injury scares me, bro.
Injuries. All we complain about is injuries. But you're gonna take the one player that has an injury problem coming into the draft. The one dude. He's your pick. And you have been a franchise that has been injured year for years, every single year. You got major injuries to major players, but you're going to put so much resources into taking a player that's already got an injury problem. And you know what? It's to his foot. His foot. Dog, it's not an arm. You run in football. Your feet.
He's got to play up against some of the best offensive lines.
But also your shoulder too. Also your shoulder too. Your shoulder.
Yes.
He got a lot of shoulder injuries. Like he could be out for a minute with the shoulder.
Yeah, if you want to complain about stopping the run, are you sure that he'll be able to last over here in the NFC East trying to stop the run?
This dude is
And
what 230 pounds? How big is Carter? What's the measurement on Abdul Carter?
I think he got up to 245.
Stay listen at 250.
He's not 250.
I know he's not 250.
I know that's what they got him now. I guess 250.
Yeah, he gained some weight for the draft purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, he gained some digital weight.
He's an Eagles fan. He's an Eagles fan that say he'll put all the Eagles stuff away if he become a Giant.
And an Eagles fan is that.
Hold on, but let me tell you something. A lot of people,
he's from Philly, born and raised in Philly.
A lot of people are invalidating that though. A lot of people are invalidating that because they don't think it's something major. And I get it. Normally I wouldn't. But you got to understand, he's from there. He's been a fan since he was a kid, right?
Born and raised in Philly.
And if things are rocky here with the Giants, come his fourth year, if it's been rocky here, I can promise you Howie Roseman is going to do what he usually do to us and poach him right on over, bro. So that, yes, the fact that is he a fan? Yes. Is it the whole picture? No. But yeah, it's a factor.
You think the Philadelphia Eagles aren't tapped into Penn State?
Major
every organization.
Alexander Gilliard. Yeah, you're right, Alexander.
Yeah, I agree, Alexander.
Yeah, if Jackson Dart was Shedeur Sanders, this whole fan base would
be like,
absolutely. They would have said trade up to one to get him.
Yep. Give up everything like they doing now. Look at the screen. We're gonna trade from 34 to 18. To 18.
That's going to cost us the second and a 2 round and a 2/3
for a first round pick.
No, it's not worth it, bro.
It's not a first going to cost you a second round pick in next year's draft. That's a lot of those are draft premiums.
Second and a 2/3, we're probably going to have to give up, bro. Real talk. No, man. Nope.
Bet you they have to give up a future first to get up there that high, bro. Especially because you got competition. They're not selling
the Browns
for cheap. You got the Browns, Steelers, you got all these other teams, man. Come on now. The Saints. Come on now. Man, make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. They can't talk bullshit into my head. People can listen to that dumb shit they want to. Let's see what happened in the draft. If the Giants do that dumb shit, guess what? They're a dumb organization. They're a dumb organization, bro. Michael Irvin
said ghosts.
Shout out to
Coach. Chasing ghosts.
That shit in the draft, in the chat, man. Share that one. He said they're a dumb organization. Stupid.
Yeah, I think I got that.
He said they some dummies, they smart dummies.
Yeah.
They so smart that they trying to be so smart that they dummies.
Yeah, exactly what they are. He's exactly right.
Chasing ghosts, man. No pun intended, bro. Like, the LT, the Eli Manning. Come on, bro.
Smart dummies, huh?
You tell me. You were sold on Daniel Jones, but you ain't sold on Shedeur Sanders. That's just why you in the problems you in right now. You saw him and said, oh, yeah, I'm going to give him 40, but I'm not going to take him because he can't win for me. That's the craziness that I'm seeing here. That's the ignorance that is getting. And I call these smart dummies. You're outsmarting yourself. You're not going anywhere without the quarterback. And you don't have your future quarterback on the roster. I'm going to focus on that right here. And I'm going to take that young man right there because I've seen him play in big spots. I've seen him do big things in big games. And I want that on my team. Shame on the whole staff organization on both of them. on both parts, Giants and the Browns. You put resources towards the quarterback position. Now go find your young quarterback. You don't have them in the room. So, yeah, I call that smart dummy. You gonna
smart dummy.
I just want to know when they're gonna be in the media with that with the Giants and not picking a black quarterback for a franchise quarterback, man. I just want to know when. I mean, they talked about it very briefly, like a couple of years ago, but then they just put it under the rug.
As soon as they take Jackson Dart.
I mean,
I hate Joy Taylor.
Because I truly believe that, you got Russ and Jameis, but you get a quarterback for the future. These are all, quarterbacks that are here for a quick cup of coffee. You have no future. And see, this is why teams who are bad stay bad. Mm-hmm. And they have no consistency over the years. They don't know how to build something. And then when they get something that's good, they don't know how to hold on to it, a la Saquon Barkley. So I expect the Giants to mess this up because that's what I'm used to seeing. I expect Cleveland to make a mistake also. I've seen this all across sports. These organizations, I don't like what they're saying.
That's what they do. That's what they do. They fuck up. Mm-hmm. That's
a basketball player talking.
Yeah. Right. But think about it, though. He's right. Do you feel good about this? Does anybody think they're going to make the right decision here? Anybody out there? You tell me that you felt 100% confident the New York Giants are going to make the right decision come tomorrow night in the NFL draft.
Pat, if they get Jackson Dart in the second round, Pat, you already know who's going to be on Twitter talking about it. You already know who is
jumping for
the Jackson Dart hive. The Jackson Dart hive will be all over. So I told y'all. I told you.
I don't know if Joe Shane got big enough, to go up and take Shedeur Sanders. Because the pressure he under to not take that kid is immense right now.
He ain't taking him at number 3.
And to be honest with you,
surprised me, but
and to be honest with you, if the fallback is Abdul Carter, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Giants better hope they can get out that pick. They better hope they can get out that pick and let the the Patriots take Abdul Carter. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you take Abdul Carter and that man goes out there and gets hurt, or he's not getting sacks like Kayvon Thibodeau was in his first year, I'm going to tell you right now, and Shedeur Sanders and them boys over there killing it, Joe Shane is getting fired. Brian Dable is getting fired. And I'm going to tell you right now, somebody going to have to talk to the New York Giants as an organization. And that's going to be the NFL. Because it's getting to the point. Hold on. It's getting to the point to where they're mismanaging the market in New York. Because Abdul Carter is not selling nothing. He's not doing anything for you. It's not a plus at all. In no way, shape, form, or fashion. You could talk about the pass rush all you want to. But again, your defense ain't beating Philadelphia's offense with Abdul Carter. Your defense alone ain't beating Washington's offense with Abdul Carter. You're not going to beat them with one player on defense that you've already put so many resources into. Why'd you put so much resource into the defense if you got to take a defensive player number 3 overall?
Yeah, they go kill that kid Carter over there. If that kid don't have 10 sacks in the first 3 games, then they gonna kill Abdul Carter.
And guess what he's gonna do? Just like Go said, when they on his top pose, he gonna go to Philly. Soon as he get a chance, he is the fuck up out of here. And these dummies gonna trade Kayvon Thibodeau, thinking that Abdul Carter is the next face of the franchise, and trade Kayvon Thibodeau, and he gonna go somewhere to like San Francisco and be a monster.
And ball
and then
out.
Y'all gonna be looking dumb, bro. Like
and
Paul
Malik
Pierce
Neighbors is
said.
going to be catching touchdowns from Jaden Daniels.
I'm telling you, like Paul Pierce said, because nobody's going to want to play here at that point because the narrative is already going to be set. You talk about that shit in the media. We talking about players. Players is talking to themselves. I ain't fucking.
And then the media who's bashing Shedeur Sanders is the Giants don't take Shedeur Sanders. They're going to turn on the Giants. The media going to turn on the Giants.
Yeah,
bro, it's already brewing. It's already brewing tomorrow. It's brewing tomorrow.
The first pass he throw that's complete. I'm telling you, look, he's looking pretty good out here. Yeah, teams are gonna be sorry they passed on him, y'all. Yeah. Look at the Browns. Look at the Giants. They're gonna really get on the Giants because the Browns got an excuse.
Be on the record.
The Browns got Deshaun Watson. They got an excuse. You don't have an excuse. You don't have an excuse not to take this kid at 3. You don't, except we don't like him. That's him, man. Let me stop. Because for real, I'm telling you, bro, because it's ridiculous, man, and it's so foul, and it's so foul when you think about it from a culture standpoint. Why would you not give Shedeur Sanders the opportunity to be the first brother Aboriginal quarterback drafted in the first round by the New York Giants? A Sanders, a legend. But you want to keep with this same rinky-dink ass fucking who blew bullshit from the fucking 30s. We need to look the part. Who care about looks right now? Kids running around with dreads and braids and chains and gold teeth, but they throwing touchdowns though. Give a fuck about a look.
Yeah,
that's why you are where you are. Who cares about looks? Who cares if he looks the part? If he's not a fit, what are you doing? That's why you got punks on your team. That's why you don't got no dogs. You got a bunch of softies. And I'm not calling them soft, man, but in a sense, the team is soft as a whole, is what I'm saying. As an organization, y'all
Tyrone Hall, that's exactly what's been going on, Tyrone Hall. It's been going on for a while.
The stopgap. Yep, what they did to what's his name last year with Mayo. Similar to what they did with Mayo and what's his name? Pierce when they were the coaches. It's the same. So it's the same thing, bro. Yep, the stop back replacement until they get the real deal. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah. They want to do the same thing. They want to do the same thing. Disgusting, man.
I keep saying that. Like I'm thinking, yo, them guys is going after the season, man. Giants ain't gonna have a good season anyway, man. We got a tough schedule,
but it ain't gonna turn out with the way they think. Man, Cave, it's not. I know. It's the organization, and you know who's running the organization.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. But he has to be called out, but they don't be calling him out though. You got to call him. They got to call him out.
He's right.
I know they're not going to. I know. No, I'm talking about the media and all that stuff. I'm talking about the media and all that stuff. But what I'm saying,
that's what I'm talking about. The New York media does not go after the Giants. They don't.
No, I'm talking the national media. I'm talking about the guys like I'm talking the national media. No, the national media, having on the show like how Michael Irvin tried to talk about it, but I mean it'll come out at some point. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a conversation.
The national media is going to talk about it. Yeah, they're going to light them up. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna do it. Stephen A, Shannon Sharp, Michael, all them dudes, they're gonna light the Giants up. As soon as they pass on Shedeur Sanders, they're gonna eat them up. And it's gonna continue. You know why? Because the Giants ain't gonna be successful. We already know they're gonna have a shit season with Russell Wilson. So you have nothing in the future now. So they can just bash you and bash you and bash you and bash you and bash you.
I hope,
you ain't got nothing coming down the pipeline to fight back with, to say, look, we got Shedeur Sanders here. Y'all better chill. You ain't got nothing. We got Abdul Carter. So what? He's hurt. He got a broke foot.
I need the plane flying overhead, man.
He got a stress fracture in his foot, man.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter.
Right? You take him if you want to. That's going to be the dumbest move they could ever do, bro. I'm telling you. They better hope they can trade down.
Yo, it's kind of crazy. Like a month or 2 months ago, but like, yo, the Sanders might go 1 and 2. It was like we might have to trade up to get Sanders. Now it's like we don't even have to trade up to get him. That's
now
crazy.
You got to trade down to get him.
Now
you got to trade down to get him. That makes sense.
Oh man, what a difference! A couple of months.
That don't make sense at all.
But hey, man,
They take
like
him
I
at 3.
said,
You cannot take Shedeur Sanders at 3.
yeah.
So now you gotta literally trade down to justify taking the kid. And I think that's what they're trying to do. I really think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to trade out of that pick because now if they go to 8 with the Panthers or somebody like that, they can say, look, we got picks and we took Shedeur. So what? You can be mad, but we got extra picks and we got a quarterback. That's how they win-win. That's how they win-win. I'm telling you, I know how this shit works.
At least he got a couple of people behind him. This guy Kyle Schwartz, I think that's his name. Kyle Schwartz has been behind him the whole time.
Quote. I'm in my
he went off today.
right now. Maybe it's because the draft is tomorrow. Bring up the quote. Bring it up. The worst Formula I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled.
All these people was anonymous too, man.
Shut
your
up,
name on
anonymous
it.
coach.
Reveal
I'm
yourself.
so triggered about this. Shut up. This is not only anonymous. I think it's tasteless. I think the timing is ridiculous. The worst formal interview I've ever. Is it really? Is it? Or are you just going for a headline? Or maybe have you not been in that many interviews in your career? This is the worst one ever. Or maybe the vibe that you set in the room was critical and Shedeur picked up on that. And maybe he was right because the first second you could, you betrayed the sanctity of that room and went anonymously and started spouting off about this player. He's so entitled. I see entitlement in a grown professional who is going around anonymously destroying young athletes with very personal quotes anonymously as they're about to realize their dream and become professionals. Do not listen to that quote. That quote is bullcrap. It's news. It's worthy. I hate that quote. Listen to Shedeur's teammates who kept picking him up over and over as he got the crap kicked out of him last year, who don't have negative things to say about him, who know him, who have been in rooms with him. Don't listen to this. He says, he's not that good. Well, maybe neither are you, anonymous coach, and maybe that's why you're an assistant coach and not a head coach, and you have been for a long time. I am so triggered by this. I think it's nonsense. I love the piece. It's getting us talking. It's part of the Shedeur experience. But that anonymous, that personal, and that critical at this timing is garbage.
It is. Somebody said the
Bring up
worst.
the quote. I'm in my feelings about this right now. Maybe it's because the draft is tomorrow. Bring up
the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates. But the biggest thing is he's not that good. But he threw for over 4,000 yards, almost 40 touchdowns behind the worst.
Not that good.
In college football.
How is he not that good when, like you said, he was in the Heisman running at some point? Would have been with, not for Travis Hunter, his teammate, who he threw the ball to. How's he not that good? How's he not that good? How do you
have a Heisman Trophy winner at receiver if your quarterback is not good at all? Like, he never plays on time. How do you get that out of watching his film? He actually plays on
Myron Scott, Shedeur Sanders might stink. Then what? Guess what? Abdul Carter might stink, or he might be hurt, broke foot. Then what? Then what you do?
I think they don't like this kid because he's a Sanders and they just have a certain energy about themselves. They believe in themselves wholeheartedly. And so, like he said, he probably came in there, he felt the negativity in your eyes already. And he probably talked. And I doubt that he went in any interview and did anything wrong in those interviews. I highly doubt that.
Bro,
I highly doubt that.
They would not be still talking if that was the case. And all these anonymous reports and all this stuff, you know what that is? That's people that's getting word from word from word. It's the telephone game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Shedeur Sanders got the worst interview ever. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe somebody said, well, I didn't his interview, maybe they gave it like a B or something like that, or a B plus or something. And then they was like, well, it's the worst. You see how shit can change, like narratives will change from person to person to person. That's one thing. And the other thing is too, look, Shedeur Sanders is confident. And when you have a confident person that believes in himself, guess what?
Yeah.
You can't run your little program that you want to run, your little shut up and do what I say that you want to run. That's the same thing they did to Malik Neighbors. You know how Malik Neighbors was spazzing when he got to the Giants, and that offense was in the shitter. And then all of a sudden he changed his tune because guess what? Somebody had to talk to him. Somebody had to talk to him. They did this with content creators. I'm telling you, they did this with content creators. And this has been out there about the New York Giants. They try to shut people up. They don't want nobody talking bad about them. You know what, New York Giants? Stop doing fuck shit then. How about that? They don't want nobody to talk about y'all like that. Because I'm about to really start talking about y'all. I'm about to really start talking about y'all for real.
Oh, but then they say he had a bad interview with the Giants, but the Giants been spending the most time with him. So if he was such a bad interview, why would Giants spend more time? They would have just stopped talking to him or stop being around.
And it could be smoke because the whole this whole time Joe Shane, what he has done a good job is not leaking information to the public. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew really what the Giants was doing in a lot of these drafts that he's been a part of. Everybody's just speculating. It wasn't like the Dave Gettleman era where it was so known that other teams could jump the Giants to take their draft picks.
So this is why I do what I do. Nah, TP, I ain't see what his son posted. I don't know.
He's still talking about the Jackson Dart thing with the son. I think that's what he's doing, like the other guy's thing.
So
yeah, that's what Jackson Dart.
Like I've literally gone through this kid's film, man. Step up in the pocket, getting hit. He got hit. He got hit right there, bro. No arm strength, right? That's from the 23-yard line. Getting hit, threw it all the way to the 30 set. Let's say the 37. So that's what 27 yards, 13 yards. That's 40 yards getting hit on a dime. But he never plays on time. Never plays on time. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then it turned into a touchdown. Look at this shit, man. Like, if any other quarterback throws this is one of the greatest throws you'll ever see. Getting hit, threw it in the middle of the field on time.
Let the receiver, That's crazy.
I don't get it, man. Never plays on time, right? Steps up in the pocket, never plays on time. Threw that over a man's head. Never plays on time. All right, 1, 2, 3, step back, look and scan the field. Daniel Jones throws it right here to Travis Hunter. He does. And Travis Hunter gets tackled before the first down. But guess what? He said, fuck that. I'm finna throw this right here to where he's supposed to be in this spot. I'm going to throw it over that linebacker's head, drop it before the safety gets over there to kill him, makes him break a tackle, almost takes it to the house. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Can't say he doesn't read the field. Look, this is anticipation out of this world. This man is sitting right here. He throws that ball way over here on time. Like, come on, bro.
But Pat, the same way they was praising him like early on, it's like they just changed the narrative. That's all it is. It's the same thing. It's like they changed the narrative on everything with him, man. A year ago, they was praising him.
Look at his offensive line. The tackle's already beat.
I know.
Gets out of there. Cameron
Nah, man. He makes his offensive line. He makes his offensive line worse because he drifts in the pocket. This is what I'm hearing now. He makes his offensive line worse because he drifts in the pocket.
Look at that. That look like prime. What's that one left tackle we had before
Eric Flowers.
Eric
He's
Flowers.
my Nate,
Nah, he was
Nate Solder.
Nate
Solder.
Yeah, Nate Solder. Look like Solder right there. He's out of pocket, makes two-man miss, keeps his eyes down the field, and throws it. Look at that, bro.
Right, look at that. Don't say Patrick O'Mima.
Yeah.
Yo, he throws with such anticipation because of that old line.
He's
it's
not
so
athletic.
crazy.
He's not athletic. So how the hell he get out of this if he's not athletic at all?
Yeah, right. Look at
had
that.
enough speed to get away from that defensive tackle.
They say Jackson
throws with anticipation. Saw the man break off his route. Go. Okay, cool. Got his back turned. Let's get a first down. Like, I don't get. Look, offensive line getting killed again.
Look, he right up in his face. He right there. He
Right
already got through the
got
line.
hit right in the grill. Guess what? Throws it back shoulder away from the DB. You get there. You know what people will say? Oh, he has no arm strength because he didn't lead him. Lead him to where? You gonna lead him right here to him? He already seen the ball in the air.
How much arm strength you want him to have? He was getting mopped.
Right.
It doesn't matter. That's what I said. This guy's with a lot of arm strength.
Threw that for 48 to the 10, 38 yards.
You are getting tackled, sir. And how much you
getting hit in his grill?
You're in the process of getting
laid out to save their life, bro. Can't pick up a stunt to save their life. Got his arm hit too, by the way, and still got the completion. Never plays on time, right? Okay, he can't throw a good deep ball. He's at the 44-yard line. Throws that deep ball. Guess where Travis Hunter catches it at the 9. So that's almost 46 yards. Easy. Look at that. Off 1 foot, on target. What more do you want from the kid?
But you know what though? It's almost like the narrative, like they talk about he holds the ball too long, 2 seconds or something. Bro, they just making unnecessary excuses for the offensive lineman. The offensive lineman is so sorry that they got to say the quarterback holds the ball too long, 2 seconds. 2 seconds is not a long time. You as an offensive lineman, if you can't hold somebody for 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, you're a bum. You're supposed to be doing your job. That's what you get paid for. You're supposed to be doing your job. You're supposed to do your job. But that's what they make excuses for him. I know.
But he's holding the ball
Look
to
at
allow
the ball
his
placement on these throws
to get down the field, bro.
Daniel Jones or whoever the quarterback is that's not good tries to throw this ball to the back corner over here. He sees Hunter looking at him already. Guess where he throws this ball? To his inside shoulder. He throws it to the inside shoulder because he knows Travis Hunter can do exactly that.
What was the other narrative they said with him? Like when he throw his long ball is short. That's why Travis Hunter had to go up in the air between 2 and 3 people to catch his ball. It's like, what?
What are you talking about, bro?
That's what they be saying. They'd be like, oh, he's like his arm strength. That's his arm strength because Travis Hunter had to help him out and cover. So I was like, bro, come on, bro. Every receiver has to make a play on a ball. A ball is not going to be perfectly thrown to anybody. You got to go get the ball.
Throwing strikes.
Right, I know.
Look at this pass here. This is not an NFL anticipatory throw right here. Look where the defender is at. Look where the fuck Travis Hunter is.
And that's look at Ty Robinson. Ty Robinson was having his way with them boys.
Yes, he was. Look where he throws that ball on the run.
Wow, right. He led him right there on that one. Let him.
Look at that. Did it again.
Again, right. No, they don't want to see that though.
Look where he's throwing. He's throwing it right to the damn hole in the zone.
And then they'd be like, what they say? He take unnecessary sack. What is an unnecessary sack? Like you're supposed to try to make a play, right? I want my quarterback to try to make a play.
Look at that. Anybody else make that all script play? It's a great play. But Shedeur Sanders, no, that's bad. No arm strength, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in your grill off both feet throws that Come on, man.
And listen, they saying Jackson Dart's a better athlete. I was like, wait till he gets to the NFL. He's gonna be running for his life. I want to see he's gonna be running for his life.
Jackson Dart about to be the next Daniel Jones. Let them take Jackson Dart, man. I feel bad for Jackson Dart, man. They're gonna light Jackson Dart up over here, bro. Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem if Jackson Dart comes over here. But listen, fellas, man, it's getting late. I got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to cut it here for me.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, man.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to get
No
off this.
doubt, man.
Get out of here, man.
Tomorrow's the day, man. So hopefully, who knows, man? Who knows?
We shall see what they do.
You're gonna know about one after the third pick. You're gonna know what's going on, and then if they come back in the first round, it's like, oh, here we go with this, man.
Fingers crossed,
mixed
family.
emotions.
Fingers crossed.
Mixed emotions. I know.
But we'll see. But y'all have a good night, fellas, man. For everybody in the chat, you know what I mean? You can find me at Ghost Dogs Big Talk. You know what I mean? Please hit the like and subscribe if you appreciate the content. If not, still comment it. Leave your critiques. Tell me it's trash. Who cares? Just, engage, comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, pretty much with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all brothers for having me on. Big Pat, NYG, you already know, man. Cave, you already know. Aboriginal Sports Network. All day, every day. Yeah, for sure, man.
All day, bro.
Well, that being said, salute to the chat. Salute to everybody in the panel, man. Y'all brothers have a good night.
All right, Ghost.
All right, Ghost, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you. Go sub to Ghost right now, man. Do not miss the content, bro. This content is dope. Different.
Look at that throw. Look at that.
I think it's special, man. But yeah, man. Yeah. This shit is stupid, man. But
shit is wild, but
bro.
Yeah, I'm finna get off of here, but it's the Giants, like Paul Pierce and Michael Irvin said. Do Giants things. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I know this kid would be very good for the Giants in the future. I know he would. I've watched too much of his tape, man. Is there some things he needs to clean up? Yeah, but
all quarterbacks
things.
do.
Yeah,
all of them
quarterbacks.
And they act like he can't get better. They act like he can't get better. He's just maxed out. Like Shedeur Sanders is what, 23, 22?
He's about 23, somewhere around there, but that's still young. Yeah.
Yeah, that's young. He ain't Tyler Shuck, who's what, 27, 28?
he's like Chris Wenke, almost like
Daniel Jones' age and shit. Like, damn.
He was in college for 7 years. 7 years in college. He was in there with Justin Herbert at Oregon, I think.
Yeah,
for real.
He was.
For real.
He was. He was there. So, that's just a little bit what we do over here. Like, I'm not just talking out the side of my neck about Shedeur Sanders because he's quote unquote black Aboriginal. No, I've literally studied the kid. I like what he does. I like what Cam Ward does in this draft. All the other guys, Jackson Dart has some qualities to himself that is pretty good, but you can't put him in a pressure situation, in my opinion. And Jalen Milroe, even though I like what he can do, if he comes over here to New York, I don't know. Because what we seen up close and personal at the Senior Bowl, he gets down on himself easily. And you can't do that here in New York because they're gonna bash you. I don't give a shit what you do, they're gonna bash you. And if he lets that get into his head, he will be a waste. He would be
I hope him like Vince
fade
Young.
away. Yep. Just like how Vince Young did. He had some good years and he started getting down on himself and just didn't work out. So it is what it is, man.
Vince Young, yeah.
But I'm gonna say this about these other quarterbacks, Nussmeier and Drew Aller. Let me say this: if this draft was so weak in quarterback, why didn't you come out? Why didn't you come out? Usually, people come out in a draft that's weak at their position so they can get picked high. That tells me you're not good. If you're gonna wait to the next year's draft, like that tells me you're not good. people got to really realize what's going on. If these guys are so good, they would have came out in a weak quarterback class. They would have came out. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like, they so good, they franchise quarterback.
Like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Sanders and all those other guys are so weak. If I'm like that, like they said, Drew Arlo was like that and everything. Why the fuck would I go back to school?
Go back to school, right?
Yeah.
Why would any of them dudes go back? There was multiple dudes that went back to school. Carson Beck, Nussmeier, Holler, a whole bunch of them dudes went back to school because they knew what it was. It was Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. They're the best quarterbacks in the class. They knew what time it was. Jackson Dart would have went back to school if he had another year eligibility. The only team he played well against in the SEC was Arkansas.
Yeah, all right. And Jackson Dart better not turn out. What's the quarterback before him? Corral?
Yeah,
Matt Corral.
They were saying the same shit about Matt Corral when he was coming out, and I was like, no.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Matt Corral, yeah, that's Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, yeah.
Matt Corral played the same way.
It's smoke, bro. Whenever they all talk like that, Jay, it's smoke, bro. Trust me. If the New York Giants trade up and mortgage picks to take Jackson Dart, bro, they need to walk in there and clean house immediately, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about from John Mayer now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, wipe them all out. Get them out of here. Because there's no way you can do that, bro. There's
no way in hell.
There's no way you can do that.
If you're not, what?
And the reason I think the reason it's so wild right now is because nobody does really know. I think Joe Shane is keeping that joint so close, like can't really tell anybody who you about to pick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they want to do Carter nowhere near the Giants.
They don't want to do Carter.
I think them fools really want Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter. I think they would be cool with either one of them, Travis Hunter or Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, it would. But Cleveland's taking them. So
yeah, so if Cleveland takes Travis Hunter, they're gonna be in a pickle because I don't think John Mayer wants that kid here. In all honesty, I don't think he wants that kid here.
I want John Mayer gone.
Bro.
Because it's not the image of the Giants. That's all it's about. Shedeur Sanders was Jackson Dart or Drew Aller, or they put up them stats at whatever school they were at, and they were considered Heisman. They will be telling the Giants, you got to trade up to number 1 to get them.
Yeah, if they trade picks and trade up to take Jackson Dart 2026, that's out the door. Arch Manning is out the door. Yeah. Because you mortgaging picks. You can't get rid of this. Jackson Dart is your quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't get out of it. You see, when you make a trade like that, you can't get out of that now. So again, if you smart, you stick and you pick. But if you dumb, you try to trade back, trade up, and then screw yourself because now you locked into this dude.
Yeah,
your best bet. Go ahead.
Yeah, your best bet is not to take a quarterback at all, or go with somebody like Cal McCord or somebody in the 4th or 5th round.
I wouldn't do that.
Me either, because I could get something else at that pick.
I'm not doing that.
You know, goddamn well you ain't rolling with Kyle McCord.
But you got players on your team that played in the SEC guys like Neighbors and some other guys about Jackson Dart. You know, they can tell you like yeah, he all right, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
it's like
Jackson Dart never came in Malik Neighbors list, bro.
No. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. That they know about it. That's why he never came up with this list.
Malik Neighbors isn't like, nah, yeah, go get that boy. He ain't gonna say that, right?
If the Browns take Shedeur Sanders at 2, they're taking Travis Hunter. That's just a fact. If the Browns take Shedeur Sanders at 2, they're taking Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody gives them an absolute gold mine to trade up to number 3.
to jump ahead of the Patriots, who also would love Travis Hunter. So, and I don't think the Browns can afford to take Shedeur Sanders because everything that's going on over there with Deshaun Watson.
I think they trade out, bro. If it's between, that's what's gonna be bad for the Giants because they're gonna get mocked if they take Abdul Carter because I don't think that type of pick is what's going to be the best thing for your franchise, man, at that point. Because look, he's hurt. You got Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns, and there's people questioning Abdul Carter. You know what his run defense is like. You remember the Giants' pass rush was okay. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. The run defense, though, is what they need to upgrade, which is why, in a sense, you will want a defensive tackle, but it's too high to take one of them. So that's what I'm saying. They got to trade out of that pick one way or the other, even if you don't want the quarterback.
Nope, they're going to stay there at 3 and pick Carter, man.
And they're going to be dead in the water for years, forever. I
promise you.
I promise you, bro. It's not going to work out. It ain't. And then so now you're gonna have to reach for a quarterback now at that point because you're chasing. Now you're gonna be fighting the Browns, fighting the Steelers, fighting the Saints, fighting anybody else that have some interest. You don't know if one of these teams that got veteran quarterbacks might want to dip in there, like a Seattle, like a Rams, like somebody like that. You don't know. So again, now you chasing Steelers. Now you chasing. Now, so you might end up with Tyler Shuck because Pittsburgh traded ahead of you and got Shedeur, and Cleveland traded ahead of you and got Dart, and somebody else beat you to Milrow. Now you ass, and good for you. You deserve it.
I'll tell you what, if you don't get no quarterback, none of them guys don't even pick no quarterback out. Just pick the trenches.
That's what I'm saying. Don't pick a quarterback. If you don't want Shedeur Sanders, do not take a quarterback at all. Just don't go quarterback. That's all I'm gonna warn them. If you take a quarterback and it's not Shedeur Sanders, they're gonna be watching you forever and comparing that quarterback to Shedeur Sanders. And the fact is, if you got to trade up to do it, it's going to be even worse on you.
Because now you don't get anything in those mid-round picks now.
Miss on the gold point of the draft, bro. The meat of the draft. The best
so
parts
those
of the
two
draft.
dudes are going to have to lead your franchise throughout the rest of their tenure.
Tyler Shuck is not. Is to me, his ceiling is like a backup in this league. And I'm saying that because not only did I do the film, which I showed on my show Sunday, showed you the film on Tyler Shuck. So I did my film review on him, and I seen him at the Senior Bowl. He has the look, like everybody says, but you're talking about a guy that's 26, 27 years old, been to a couple different schools, and he's not the most mobile person out there. Everybody want to talk about mobility and all this and all that. So we're going to keep it 100 with all these quarterbacks. Arm strength is okay. It's pretty good, but not real accurate. I don't see the anticipation throws. So that's my evaluation. So I'm not sleeping on him, but I'm not picking him either. Not in the first or second round. He's a third-round prospect, in my opinion.
It's about Tyler Shuck.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's not even the third round in my book, but okay.
Get him in the fourth. The fourth or fifth, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to be nice to the kid, but
I mean, listen, you know they hyping him up to move up. That's all they hyping the kid up, man.
If somebody took him in the third round, late third round, okay. But there's no way in hell you taking Tyler Shuck over some of these other prospects that's gonna be in the second and third round. No way. We talking guys like Savianea, Tate Ratledge, Savion Williams, you know what I mean? Jalen Noel, like, come on, man.
I think Shook was injury prone in his 7 years in college. He was very injury prone.
Yeah, he got hurt every freaking year.
He was hurt.
And major injuries, too.
I mean, he got a decent arm. That's all they're going to say. That's all.
Yeah, he got a nice arm. I'll give him that. He can throw the ball.
But he ain't accurate.
Can he throw with anticipation with that nice arm? Is he accurate with that nice arm? You know what I'm saying? It's
He said Abdul getting hurt against 20-year-olds. What happens when you get in the NFL against he gonna be getting hurt against offensive tackles?
Go ahead and trust that. Go ahead and trust that. Go ahead and trust the medicals if you want to with the New York Giants. Soon as he come here, I bet you he won't get 3 weeks in the training camp. He'll have some type of dude Carter.
I don't think he starts training camp, bro. I think he got a stress fracture in his foot, man.
Yeah, bro.
And they're trying to hide it.
Take that shit if you take dude
You
Carter.
didn't tell me he didn't do nothing during the whole offseason.
Nothing, bro. No pro day, no combine, no 40 time, no nothing, no rice, chicken, beans, champagne, nothing. Nothing burger.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. We gonna see tomorrow though. Draft is officially here, man.
Yeah,
this has been the NFL draft.
You gonna be happy or you gonna be mad?
I ain't gonna be mad at all.
Really, I'm gonna keep it neutral because
you're gonna be numb. You're gonna be numb tomorrow. It's like
I expect them to fail, bro. I expect it. This is where I'm at right now. I expect them to make a mistake. I do. This first round is gonna be critical. Now we get past the first round and they come out the first round with Shedeur Sanders at quarterback. I feel better about the draft. But if you take Abdul Carter, I'm telling you, it's going to not be great as far as my optimism is concerned. I'm not going to be very optimistic.
All I know is when you get a high draft pick, it's a quarterback, man. You can't say you reach, but if this is the case going forward, then if you get another high draft pick, I don't care quarterback.
They did all that tanking. They did all that tanking, hiding the playbook, messing up the plays, all that tanking, blaming the defense, putting people on injured reserve. You know what I'm saying? Trading Daniel Jones. Releasing Daniel Jones. They did all that tanking. Tanking is what it was. Everybody know it now. See, now they pretty much saying it now. Brian Dable, yeah, he's just waiting to get a quarterback to open up the playbook. So he was tanking. He wasn't calling his plays, right? That's what y'all said, right? He was tanking. This is the fuck I was saying. So now that we know they was tanking, why did you tank for if you're not going to take a quarterback?
Yeah, I don't. No.
That's the $64 million question, right? I don't even know.
They got to be hiding the fact that they don't want a quarterback. Because if you don't want a quarterback, then you tell everybody you taking Abdul Carter. That has to be the plan, bro. It has to.
But you don't have to do that because you are in the top 3. You don't have to do no smoke screens or anything. You can literally come out and say, I'm getting ready to take Shedeur Sanders. You think the Browns are trading out number 2? No.
You don't know what the Browns are going to do, though.
That's why they got Jameis and Russ, so they won't have to pick a
Well,
that's all they did,
you just got somebody that's tapped in a little bit over there or something that you don't really know.
Bro, nobody's trading out of. They're not trading out the number 2 pick. They're just not.
You can't. And if you're the Giants, you don't want nobody to know what you're doing anyway, bro. Because
that's a fact. But even if they let everybody know what they were going to do, they could literally say, "We get ready to take Shedeur Sanders." The only thing that can stop them from taking Shedeur Sanders is the Browns take Shedeur Sanders. And guess what? You still get a guy you want in Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
it
but
really don't matter.
It's no sense to leak it though. I would play it like Joe Shannon's playing it if he's playing it that way. I just tell everybody. Yeah,
I'm not saying leak it. I'm saying you literally could leak it, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. Because the Browns are picking at
that would be the only team that could do something about it. Yeah,
and you know the Browns ain't going nowhere with that number 2 pick. So even if you say we're drafting Shedeur Sanders, that made the Browns take Shedeur Sanders.
You really don't. I mean, we pretty much know, but in a sense, a team or organization wouldn't know what another organization is doing. They just guessing like everybody else, unless they came out and told them over the phone, like, yeah, we ain't taking so and so, y'all got them. You know what I'm saying? Unless they did that, then I don't know. But I think he could be playing it like that because why would you tell anybody anyway? I'd play it just.
The only reason why he would be doing something like that is to get somebody to trade up. And if you could get somebody like the Jaguars to trade up in front of the Patriots to take Travis Hunter, you know damn well the Patriots are not taking a quarterback, and you'll still be able to get Shedeur at 5. That's what I think they're doing.
Yeah.
Doing all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know they're trying to facilitate a trade up.
Yeah, so that could be a possibility, and they may get Shedeur Sanders at 5 because I don't see him. And maybe they know that the Raiders are not taking a quarterback, and maybe they know the Jets are not taking a quarterback. And then who's after the Jets?
The Saints.
The Saints.
No,
maybe they know
Carolina Panthers. I'm telling you,
the Panthers are not taking a
quarterback. In front of the Panthers. That's the perfect spot because you get directly in front of the Saints. So even if the Saints wanted to take a quarterback, they done so well. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right there.
So if you know that the Patriots, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Jaguars are not taking a quarterback, yes, I would play it that way to get the Panthers to jump up because the Panthers need a receiver like a motherfucker. So you'd be like, hey, you give us a boatload, you come up and take Travis Hunter. That means the Patriots, and let's say the Browns come up and take Abdul Carter. That really puts them in play now because every last one of them teams behind them want Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So who wants Travis Hunter? Who want Travis Hunter? And believe it or not, I think the Jets are going offensive line. I think the Raiders want Genty. The Jaguars are either going Hunter or Mason Graham. The Patriots are either going Hunter or Abdul Carter. That would be dope. They could literally get Shedeur Sanders at 8 and have a boatload of picks to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could be playing it like that, but it's not them that's bashing Shedeur Sanders.
I think the Panthers got 8 and 57. They got 8 and 57. The Panthers.
Yeah, you would get 8, 57, and another first round pick. I guarantee it.
Or what about the Patriots at 4? They could give up number 38, the second round pick, if they want to move up one spot to take. They do it. They give the second round pick.
Give us 38 and 4.
That's 2 second round picks.
We'll have back-to-back picks in the second round.
They could be selling to the Patriots, and I'm telling you, certain teams work well together. The Giants and Panthers work well together. So do the Giants and Patriots.
Mm-hmm. So
those are
and
the Bills if the Giants want to get back in the first round.
That's
later, but
I don't think they want to trade up. I mean, how can you want to trade up? You need all the picks you can get, bro.
Who?
They didn't want to trade the Giants. They didn't want to trade up in the.
No, I'm talking about where the Bills are at the end of the first round. If
you're talking about trading back up into the first round. I don't think they want to do that, though. I think they rather trade down, get more picks, and then take the quarterback wherever they at.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think too, if they looking at all these quarterbacks like they are, say for some reason they do go to 8 and somebody happens to jump them and make a trade and take Sanders, well, you already evaluated who you want. At that point, you're going to have to pick between Milroe and Dart because you still got to take the quarterback at that spot.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to Milroy at number 8. I don't think
they're taking a quarterback, bro. They got to take a quarterback. You cannot trade back into the first round to try to take a quarterback. That's not going to work unless you think, and you know how they think. They thought Saquon Barkley didn't have a market. They think what they want to fucking think. You can think all goddamn day. When something happens and you fuck out of luck, then you done. What you going to do at that point?
Well, guess
you
what?
See what I'm saying?
We don't have
you
that.
You got too many teams in that second round that's going to be trying to trade back into the first round to get a quarterback. There's too many teams. You got too much competition. You're in control right now. If you give control away because you want to take Carter or you want to get cute and let's take a receiver and try to come back. No, take the guy. I don't care if it's whoever it is. If it's Dart, take Dart. If it's Milrow, take Milrow. If it's Sanders, take Sanders. Take the damn quarterback at wherever you are, because you can't come out of this draft with no future quarterback, bro. In my opinion. And if you don't take one at all, then what did you bring back Joe Shane for? What did you take season back for? What did you do all it for?
That's an absolute fact, bro. Like, it don't make sense. Everything was based on dudes getting a quarterback. So how the fuck do you go a whole nother draft without getting a quarterback, bro? Like, come on, man. And you're supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. So I don't want to hear about, the quarterbacks weren't that good. No, you're a quarterback whisperer, sir.
Yeah.
Those dudes have talent.
Right, you're supposed to work with them, right? That's what you're a quarterback whisperer, right?
Take the quarterback. Exactly what I said. That's what I think they're trying to do. This is my prediction. This is the final draft preview. Then we're going to lie tomorrow and we're going to call the picks. I think the Giants trade out of the number 3 pick. And wherever they trade to, they're going to take their quarterback at that spot. They not trading. They not going to trade down to get more picks to trade back. Why would you do that? This is good. This is Madden type stuff. See, these dudes are little computer people that be on the line playing Madden on the game all day and all that shit like that, bro. Because you making Madden type trades and accusations. That don't make no sense. You got to take now. If you can't make a trade and you at 3, then you just gonna have to pull your drawers up and make a pick. And it should be Sanders, but we'll see if you can't make a trade. But I would do everything in my goddamn power to get out of 3.
Yeah, Sanders is not the guy. They gotta get some type of quarterback.
Get it. Get the quarterback.
DJ Lagway. No, I'm a Gator.
Nah, man. You gotta take
DJ Lagway.
You gotta take the quarterback this year, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If they don't take Shedeur Sanders, I personally would just roll with Jalen Milrow. Because at least that gives you a different type of element to your game. And you gotta be honest, Jalen Milrow would fit right in this division with Jalen Hurts' style of quarterback and Jaden Daniels a little bit better. He's an upgrade from both of them, but he played kind of the same way too. Just do that. But then you're going to have to rely on Brian Dable to build an offense to suit the kid.
Yeah, this motherfucker Dable going to be fired. And then get rid of Jalen Milrow. Because
that's the problem. Exactly. And that's the fucking problem.
Pressure. You can't do that.
You know what I mean?
Sanders.
That's the fucking problem.
Another reason why they don't want him.
For real. And they're going to do the same thing with Jackson Dart. Why you bullshitting? What coach going to come in here and want to sign up for Jackson Dart? I ain't draft him. I don't like him. I like DJ Alegwe. Like the homie said in the chat. I'm drafting him. Get out of here, Dart. That's the problem you got, bro. That's the problem you got. That's the conundrum you in. So John Mara got to be telling Joe Shane and Brian Dable, I'm gonna let y'all cook for at least 2 years, because other than that, they just gonna be in a panic right now because they don't know whether to do. You see what I'm saying? I don't know whether to do his best or do what they need to do.
Oh, then they say he's staying out of it. He's staying out of it. John Mara's totally hands off. That's what he's saying. Bro. I know. I know,
bro. We've already debunked that, bro. Let's not let the media put narratives out there that we've debunked on this show.
Right.
On our network. We've already debunked all this nonsense. I'm not going to go back into that shit. John Mara is heavily involved with these decisions. That's fucking proven. So I don't want to care what these little Ryan Dunleavys and all these little reporters. See, Mara's not involved. Look, shut up. Man, get out of here, bro. That man said he about to have nightmares because Saquon Barkley. What do you think Daniel Jones's contract was about? What do you think this quarterback situation is about? What do you think it started from? Daniel Jones and John Mara. We did everything we could do to mess this kid up. People ain't even read that properly. I did. I told you. Oh, that he basically saying, yeah, I'm face Daniel Jones. We're gonna put this on y'all. Right. So now what? Now they got to go get their quarterback, right? Because they want Daniel Jones. You see, they ain't really want him. That's why they tanked. That's why they didn't make the plays work. You see what I mean? It's already been debunked. So now here we are, back in the quarterback conundrum. Now what you gonna do? You gonna force another quarterback on these dudes, John Mara? You gonna force them to take Jackson Dart, or force them not to take Shedeur Sanders, or force them not to take a quarterback at 3? Is that what you're gonna do? Or are you gonna let them do their job?
We'll see what they do, man.
We'll see.
I think the best thing for them to do is trade back if they don't want Sanders at 3. And I'm actually came to the fact that I don't think that kid's going to be here because I don't think the owner, and maybe both owners are with that shit too. I don't think that's the image they want for the New York Giants, which is stupid. I think they want to keep that good guy image at the quarterback. Yep, stay status quo.
Keep getting your ass kicked. Good for you.
Because you're in a division that's changed. Everybody changed. You're the last one that hasn't changed.
The last of the Mohicans.
You think them players? I'm telling you, bro. You think them players? And how do you feel? How do you think Malik Neighbors feel? Like, you don't even think
they
about.
They gonna go out there and play, but them niggas.
They not gonna be with it, bro. These is brothers, man. That dude was throwing
at the very
football
least,
in the Manhattan with Shedeur Sanders. You think he don't want him to play with the kid?
At the very least, you're gonna have to bring in Milroe. But they know what Shedeur Sanders is. Bro.
Did you
they
not
know what he is?
Did you not ask? Like, did you not even consider? Like, okay, I got Malik Neighbors in here. The fit. You talking about fit? They talking about fit for the organization. How about fit for winning football games? You talking about this dude was on there throwing the football with Shedeur Sanders. They rock together. They cool. So why wouldn't you try to make that work? You got a perfect opportunity to make that work. You already got a preset chemistry with the receiver. Preset chemistry as far as like, yo, yeah, we cool. That's my homeboy. Preset chemistry. Now you want to throw Jackson Dart in here. His goofy. Here, guys, come on, let's play football. Man, come on, bro. You gotta think vibes, man. Vibes mean something. I don't care what y'all say. But man, let me get off here, man, before I piss somebody off.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. I think they should trade back if they have no choice but to pass on Shedeur Sanders. I think that's the only way they pass on him, is because they have no choice but to. And then it really doesn't make any sense because you let those guys come back because they never got their quarterback. Then they tell you the quarterback that they want, and you don't let them get them.
Yeah. Don't take care of you taking this guy.
Yeah, go get Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and that can hold over us not wanting Shedeur Sanders. That's what they think happened. And it actually worked. It actually worked.
To some,
guys, to the guys.
It worked to the fans. But watch this media. Watch how they flip this narrative. It's boy, they're gonna eat them up.
Yeah, they're gonna eat the Giants up. They don't even know the media. Mara's a dummy, man.
Yeah, she thinks they're on his side because they're all saying that Abdul
They
Carter.
just setting you up to burn, man. They are gonna burn the New York Giants down if they pass on Shedeur Sanders, especially if they take Jackson Dart. If they trade back up in the first round and take Jackson Dart, oh my God.
Gaslit. You gave up picks too? Now you can't get Tate Ratliff, Jonas Savia, Naya, Wyatt Milam. You can't get none of them dudes. You're going to miss out on Savion Williams, Jordan Noel.
And a dude that's already injured. That's what you're going to base your franchise off in the future. If you do what I think they're going to do. But it is what it is, man. Hey, this has been the draft preview show before the NFL draft tomorrow. Y'all come right back here to the Aboriginal Sports Network at 8 p.m. Eastern time. First round. Giants at pick 3. And it's not just about the Giants. We're going to be talking about the whole NFL draft to see who does what and who has made their future better looking after the NFL draft first round, man.
Yeah, y'all 2 rounds of a mock tonight, so definitely go back and rewatch this. If you tuned in late, we did 2 whole rounds of mock drafts. Me, Big Pat, Man Cave, and our brother Ghost Dog, man, who had to dip out early. But we did 2 full rounds of mock drafts. So go back and rewatch this and catch the first 2 rounds mocked by yours truly on the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Yep.
No.
And peace, man. This has been a long stream of stupidity, man.
Yeah, good night.
It is what it is, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Worse come tomorrow.
Right.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
The blitz. The throw in. A gain of only 3 yards. Sanchez throws middle. What a shot by Lewis on Dustin Keller as the ball arrived.
That non-stop will to win. You look at all the greats. Dion, Jerry, Walter, all of them. They all got that dog.
With the first pick in the 2000 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select
Sunny
Perfect.
Welcome to the NFL Draft 2025. The pick is in.